You might need to scoot over just a little bit.
Towards you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you might not be super in the frame. And Jamel, you need to scoot over too. We all need to scooch. You, not. Yeah, just a little bit.
All right, let's see what that does.
Alrighty, everybody. You could hear us trying to figure out how we're gonna.
Oh God, was the audio?
Yeah.
Hey, it happens.
So we're getting ready, and give me just a second, guys, and we will go live with the episode here.
Never felt so close to y'all.
Here we go. Yo, 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 and hello and welcome to GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are streaming live every Monday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeak Podcast. And facebook.com/group/GameSpeak Podcast. If you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else, be sure to go ahead and join our ever-growing community in the GameSpeak Podcast Discord at dsc.gg/GameSpeak Podcast to hang and talk games, battle and catch Pokemon, get show updates, find friends to play games with, talk about anime, and so much more. This show is 3 BFFs bringing you the hottest video game news of the week. I'm one of your hosts, Jamel Al-Jafra, alongside Brent Bass and Devin Mayer, and this week, special guest, DL Shiver. Just like what if like a bunch of shit like popped out, like confetti
So,
just
yeah,
flew up.
We really should have put confetti in.
Balloons
Yes,
flying out of the scene. Just imagine all this. It's happening.
This is why we need a
Put our
soundboard, because at least a part of this could be real right now. You know what I mean?
For sure. So DL is the master of the Steam Deck. He brought
He's the only friend that we know that has a Steam Deck.
yeah, he-
Really, the only person at all that we
in the
know.
world,
Yeah.
that owns a Steam Deck.
It's nice.
The first one ever.
What's it like being the one and only person in the world with a Steam Deck?
I just look at it every day and I'm like, man, like nobody else has this.
Yeah.
I can't wait to share with all my friends.
Right.
All those failures. No, just,
This
no.
was worth it.
Yeah.
I want it so bad. I'm not gonna lie. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It is,
I got a little bitty taste to taste before the show just to see what it tastes like. You know what I mean?
A little tasty to see
and,
what it tastes like.
Wow,
I
it's
like
really remarkable. It's everything I wanted it to be. You know what I mean?
It is great. Here in a second, whenever we get into currently playing, we'll get it out.
Get
and
the
we'll,
deep dive
yeah.
going.
Yeah.
We'll get the deck out.
Yeah.
Deck.
Want me to pull my
DECK.
deck out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll play with.
We're going to play with
play with
DL's
DL's
deck,
deck.
dude. But,
So,
yeah, this is going to be a rated X episode. No, I'm just kidding. But, so, anyways.
Dex
They gotta hit-
episode.
they gotta-
Oh.
They gotta hit sub to see that stuff.
Yeah. Actually, head on over to the GameSpeak OnlyFans. We get hands-on with the Steam Deck. But, yeah, so what you guys been up to this week? Everybody? Anybody? Go ahead for it. Anybody?
I mean, I really just worked and then
I've worked.
played video
yeah.
games.
A lot of
so
working.
Wow.
It was a
lot
busy
of-
week.
Very depressing week. Yeah.
Very
Did
depressing.
you guys hear that NASA's crashing a freaking satellite into like an asteroid or something way out in space to see if they could like possibly redirect
Oh, like
asteroids?
change
If
the
they, yeah, just to see if
trajectory?
they could do it.
I don't know why I thought you said NASCAR. And I was like, why are they fucking launching shit into space?
Yeah, dude,
gotta do it for
NASCAR's
Dale.
really made a lot of money this last
Redneck
year, and they're
space
just.
program.
They're just sitting there like, do it for Dale.
Yeah. They just send Dell's coffin up into space.
So
That's
is
what
it,
he would have wanted.
is it going to be packed with like explosives or any kind of munitions?
I
No,
don't,
they
I
just
don't really
hit it.
know. I think they're just going to slam into it really
How
fast.
big of an asteroid are we talking?
You
'Cause,
only
like,
need to move it like a very small
well,
amount.
depending on how far it is from
Yeah.
the Earth.
Keep
Yeah.
going,
Yeah.
Because like I feel like it's just going to be like.
That's kind of what I was thinking,
It's
yeah.
Like, like the satellite
even
and Bruce
changed.
Willis.
Yeah.
They're just gonna let him go out there and fix it.
Yeah. I like how it came down to like Bruce Willis or his potential son-in-law. I'd be like, sorry, bro, there's so many other dudes my daughter can be with. You can go die on that rock. I'm not doing this for you. That was a terrible movie, by the way. But
I've seen it, but I don't remember it.
yeah, it was a time that doesn't exist anymore.
The only thing I remember from it is the song. Don't want to close my eyes.
I just remember the
That was
part
a
where they're
big
all
song.
freaking out and like the cabin's like fucking like disintegrating and shit. And they're like, I don't know. That's the only part I really remember from that.
Does Aerosmith play at that part?
I don't think so.
I feel like
No.
it plays at every part.
Any serious moment.
Music video.
Don't wanna close my eyes. It's just like his face is just ripping into pieces. But yeah. So you got any of you watch Dahmer? Y'all start up the.
I just watched the first episode last night, so
How
I'm
many
way behind.
movies / documentaries / videos are we going to see about this guy?
Well,
Like,
first you got to start with this one because they're trying to get us into the Dahmerverse apparently. So, like,
see, when have we gone too far?
I saw-
terms like the
Dahmer
Dahmerverse.
see.
No, dude, the murder cinematic universe. They're gonna start with Dahmer. They're working their way to Bundy. and we're
Kemper,
just-
you got to get Kemper in there, dude.
Crossovers.
Kemper's like the.
Then we're gonna have like the murder Avengers, and they're all gonna come together. It's gonna be crazy, bro.
The SKCU.
They're
like
gonna
the serial
unfreeze
killer.
Jack the Ripper like from his cryogenic freezing chamber, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say like Ed Kimber would be like the Samuel L. Jackson, like where he just like kind of brings them all together. You know, he like meets them at the bar and he's like, "What's up?" No, but like, I don't know, dude. I think Dahmer, like, it is kind of weird that we're just getting like this like mini series about a dude who just like was this like a serial killer. Like I get
Cannibal.
it.
Serial killer,
Cannibal, serial killer, like.
everything.
But I don't know. They should have saw this shit coming. Like when the dad is just like takes him out to go pick up like roadkill, and then they're just like, and he's just like, I really love roadkill, and his dad's like, keep it up, son. I'm like, what the fuck?
At the same time though, like you don't ever just think, oh man, my kid's just a fucking serial killer. You know,
Oh,
you
no,
just think,
bro.
yeah, he's just being a weird kid. You
Not
know.
if you raise them like that.
Yeah, if I looked over and my son was looking like he was looking at a fresh like tasty piece of chicken and he's just holding a raccoon heart from the street, like I'd be like, yeah, dude, it's time to get you some therapy.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why you just got to start doing like Dexter's dad and just teach him to channel
Only
the
the
kill.
bad
Yeah, kill the bads. You know?
yeah,
kill the bad
that
people.
couldn't go wrong
Yeah,
anywhere.
there's no way that could go wrong. We've seen it.
But his dad was like, he's like, you talk to any girls? And he's like, no, Dad, but I brought home a pig today from class because we were dissecting them. I'm gonna dissect this one. He's like, keep it up, son. Every time he says something like that, his dad's like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. That's a good idea.
He's an overachiever. He just thought he brought his work home with him.
It makes no sense. But like honestly, I stopped on the third episode because it got awkward whenever he like brings a guy home to kill him or whatever, and I'm just like, I know you're gonna kill this guy, so it's just awkward because the guy's like really nice and like they're just kind of hanging out, and I'm like, yeah, it's just kind of awkward. He's gonna kill you later. So I'm like, I just couldn't do it. It's like watching The Office and Michael Scott's like just being Michael Scott.
That's what it was like.
Very much like that. It's like just
So watching The Office for you is like watching Jeffrey Dahmer about to murder a poor innocent person. Like
it's very much the same.
that's like the similar. That's all right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Logical connection to make.
That makes sense.
No, okay. Obviously, I feel bad for the guy in real life, but I'm saying when you make it into a TV show and like you have to sit there and like you already know the guy's gonna get killed, you know what I'm saying? And like they're going through the motions of being like, yeah, we're buddy, and then like it's like awkward because they're not buddy. And so and so like this guy's all nice and he's like, hey man, well let's head on out to the concert, and he's like, no, let's we got more stuff to do here. And it's like, all right, this is getting awkward. This is getting weird. Because at that point, I would fuck Dahmer up, dude. Like, if somebody was like,
Anna down.
no, you can't leave. I'd be like, bro, you look like fucking Harry Potter. I'm about to beat your ass, bro.
I was telling
Like-
Audra that I'm like, okay, in real life, if the actor that played the first dude, like, okay, the first guy that escaped, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? If those two actors fought each other, that dude's whooping fucking Evan Peters' ass all day.
Straight up,
He's
dude.
fucking ripped, bro. Like, you know?
Jeffrey Dahmer in real life was like a little bitch. I'm just saying, like, look at the dude. Look at any pictures of this dude. He got killed in prison. He got his ass beat in prison. I'm sorry, I would have not
I wonder if
saying
that's
that.
in the show.
No, oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
Didn't-
man.
didn't he get-
I've only watched the first episode, so.
Fast? I don't watch all
Guess we'll
these
find
murder
out on
docs.
episode 9.
Like,
No, I'm
was
just
he like in there a couple days and got murdered, or?
No, I think he was in there for a while, and then like some dude like killed him. If I recall, remember this is a Rated X podcast. He got a broomstick shoved up his ass or some shit. I can't even remember.
Oh god.
Deck's out for DL.
you know, that's karma for you.
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
know?
saying. He got what was coming, and I imagine in his mind at that point he was like, "I deserve this," you know.
Well, when they were arresting him, he was saying, "I deserve to die for what I did."
Like,
Yeah.
He knew what he did was wrong.
Yeah.
He was just like,
He's like, I know, I did
Oh,
this
well.
wrong. He sounds like he. But anyways,
Weird show,
my
but
shenanigans.
Yeah, but
I
yeah.
started Berserk, the original Berserk. Not
That's
that
even worse
3D
than Dahmer, dude. No, I'm just-
anime. I know.
no, but that show gets fucked up.
Does
Like,
it really?
Yes.
I heard it's pretty fucked up,
Yeah.
and it's like a cult classic anime, and I didn't know where to watch it, and like never thought to Google it, and come to find out it's free on YouTube. Sounds like
Yeah.
dope.
It's good, dude. Berserk's good.
Yeah, not the 3D bullshit that Netflix did, but like the OG, like the 90s.
Yeah,
But-
there's some good newer versions of it though. Like,
Really?
just so you're aware.
Oh,
Yeah.
all the newer stuff I saw was like that weird 3D animation.
I can't stand that, man.
Yeah, I
like
don't
that
like it either.
Ruby show and shit. Like, there's a lot of shows where I could really get behind the premise if it was just a normal anime, you know? Like,
yeah, and not animation.
and I feel like it's got to cost more to make it like that. You know what I
Does
mean?
it?
Like,
Does
I
it?
think
'Cause
it's
I
cheaper.
think
You
it's
think?
I think
Yeah.
it's cheaper too because I've seen some really bootleg animes made in that 3D animation.
it just seems like extra effort for a worse product in
Because
my like,
you don't
book,
have
you
to
know?
hand draw anything. You're just
I
fucking
guess
like
so.
throwing shit on the computer and
Yeah.
making it happen.
Yeah.
Nah, I imagine it's not that easy where you're just
Yeah,
like, oh, I'm
no.
just
No.
throwing shit on the computer. Here we go. I got Berserk. You
Well,
know,
I'm
like,
sure at this
Definitely
point they
less
also
work.
it's probably less work to like hand draw it too. Like I'm sure they have computer programs that can assist with like those like digital sketch pads and shit. Like you could probably
Oh,
make
yeah.
it like hand drawn, but like
It probably
digital.
takes
A
a
lot
lot more
easier.
time because of how many frames you have. Every single frame. I don't know.
I don't
We-
really know
we don't-
shit about
yeah,
any
we
of
don't
that.
know
You
like
know.
that. This is all speculation we're pulling. out
I'm
our
an
asses right now.
expert.
But I also know people who are like into that art style, like you know what I mean, who like
the 3D stuff?
yeah, who are in who just like it, you know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
mean,
Which is
you know.
weird, but I guess different strokes for different folks.
Everybody's
you know?
got their preferences, no matter how wrong. No, just-
Exactly. And that's
Jeffrey
why we got Dahmer. Yeah.
Full circle. Full circle.
But-
What about you, Dio?
Yeah.
What kind of what'd you watch this week or do?
I went fishing.
Oh yeah, you went fishing.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, I had a guy used to be my neighbor. He sold his house and bailed on me. But no, his family, like his wife's family, has a house down in Sargent near Matagorda, and like once a year he gets to invite a bunch of guys and have like a guy weekend.
Ooh.
And I didn't catch shit. I caught like one catfish that was like this big, but everybody else was catching freaking like sharks and like stingrays and
Just
Oh,
out there
man.
catching sharks, bro.
yeah.
So
they were
you'd
like,
say you're a novice angler then, huh?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I have photos to prove otherwise.
No.
Are you saying that he's a novice catching sharks?
No, I'm shit talking.
Oh, I was
well,
like,
he
crap.
wasn't catching sharks that day.
No, I didn't catch
okay.
anything that day. I've caught some stuff, but not on this particular trip.
I feel like you catch one shark and you could be on like a fucking Travel Channel show.
Well, like okay, so they're not like
River
we're not
monster.
catching like great whites. We're catching like 2-foot black tips.
Yeah, we used to catch little
Which was still
sharks
pretty
out there in
cool.
Galveston, just out there at just like off the pier,
with
like
a net, like what are you doing? How you
noodling-
catch
noodling.
no, like with a fishing pole, but like they'll bite your line. Like same with the stingrays, like you were saying. There's stingrays all over the place that'll come
Well,
get you.
Do you let
you've
this?
never been fishing, right?
No.
Yeah, we need to take. Fuck, we talked about this a long time ago, and I completely forgot about it.
You'd probably get a
Jamal's
kick out of
never
it.
been fishing. We gotta take him fishing.
Look at me, dude.
We're gonna.
You,
we gotta-
you're-
we're
do
gonna
I
put
look
him
like
on
a
the-
fish?
I think you would have more fun than you think you would have. You know what I mean?
Depends. Like if you're going to like a
If we went-
tank in a pasture and like there's nothing happening and you're
Yeah.
literally just sitting there, it's not great. But like we set up 2 tents on the beach, backed the trucks up, had like beer, and did most of that all
Beer.
day, which was awesome. But
That's what's
made
up.
up for the lack of catching anything.
Have you seen those guys with the drones that like fly the fishing lures
That's
out?
freaking cool.
So cool,
way
man.
the fuck out there, and then they drop it.
Yeah, it's neat.
I would be about that.
Don't they find? Don't they? They also
You'll see 'em,
use
like,
the
school
camera.
and,
Yeah, it's got like
Yeah.
fish finders and shit
Yeah,
on it.
you'll
Like,
fly it out and see like a bunch of like bull red drum like going
Dude, I've
crazy
gotta-
and just like drop your lure in the middle of it and be like fishing.
Wow. That so it's like cheating. It's like hacking the fish.
It's like
like,
it's
you
like
know.
it's like cyberpunk fishing at that point.
Yeah.
I'd be about it.
I have a drone. I have a badass drone. We should totally try it. I
I'm-
don't know
I'm
how
down.
you rig up. We gotta rig up.
They have
a
like
little-
special drones that have like a little
yeah, I really
on
do.
it, but you
claw
could probably,
game.
yeah, we could probably make something.
Just lower the crane.
Just
Oh.
grab the
catch
fish out of the
it.
Grab
water.
it and fly it back.
But yeah, so that's what's up. All right, so we got fishing on the list of things that we've done this week. But anybody else? Anything? Y'all watch any movies? Anything?
Not
Just
really.
Just been touching my deck, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm all about DL's deck too. It was nice to touch it when you came over earlier. So, but let's jump into
Consensual.
currently playing consensual Steam Deck touching. So, all right, obviously we got. Let's save the Steam Deck for last because we're gonna go deep into that shit. So
Yeah, we're gonna go so deep with the deck.
I'm gonna knock out the I beat Deathloop. I completed Deathloop.
Hey, you played
Nice.
it.
Yeah, I
Did
did.
you enjoy it?
Oh yeah, it was great. Like I'm still going back in and like doing the little extra mystery stuff that I didn't do before.
Oh, so did they do the Golden Loop update? I guess you wouldn't know the difference.
I don't know the difference. What happened in your? Well, actually, no. I guess we can't spoil it for everybody because it just came to Game Pass and they just put out that extended
Yeah,
ending.
I still plan
Yeah.
on playing it. I didn't get around to it this weekend, but I still plan on
Yeah,
playing
I just downloaded it the other day. I have it on my PlayStation. I never beat it, but I think I want my like keyboard.
It's fun.
Dude, yeah, what kind of graphics card do you have? on
I have
your-
I have a 3080 Ti.
Oh, cool. So you can fucking crank that
I
bitch
can-
up. I was about to say it's
I'll be
pretty
getting in
demanding if you
frames.
don't have like a fucking decent card.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
got it
Like-
for my PlayStation because I was like, I got my computer set up and I was like, I have this PS5. I'm like, I never touch it.
Yeah.
So like,
It runs
I-
great on
no,
the PS5 too.
plays
It really does.
Well, it's cool.
But you
but-
could crank the ray
but I'm
tracing
like, I
up
could
on the
go-
fucking
I
Mac.
could go stupid.
Yeah, you could go stupid.
It's really not. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I got the 2080 Ti, and I had the ray tracing up and all that stuff, and like,
Hey, but honestly though, okay, the 2080 Ti is still a beast of a card. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
Oh,
it
yeah, for
outperforms
sure.
a lot of the 30 series cards. You know what
well,
I mean?
all
Like,
I'm saying is like the ray tracing is not that good in the game.
Oh
Like,
no, yeah, it's definitely not the main focus. for
there's like
sure.
a lot of shit where like there's literally like this beautiful light, just like, and it makes the room look beautiful, and you walk in front of the light and there's no shadow, like at all, like nothing.
It's weird
And
because
so-
it's like the rocks and stuff are the most like the scenery around is like the where most of the ray trace shadows come into play, which is like it's like you didn't have to trace those to make it that like I don't
Yeah, it
know
looks
like you
good,
could
like, but like all the animation in that game, like it's not spit
It's
on
not
the
worth-
people or anything. It's
no
like
yeah
you're on this island. It looks freaking cool.
yeah
But-
and then we got these cartoon characters in masks.
the gameplay
Basically,
is
yeah.
a lot of fun though.
No,
That's
it's
really
super
where
fun,
you
super
know
fun.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time trying to figure out the mechanics, like a good like couple of hours, and then finally once I figured out like, oh, if I infuse shit, like I keep it. So like that's just basically how I won. I was all snipers and like the Nell gun. There's really no other good option. In my
I like
opinion.
that gun that's like a single shot gun. I found like a variant of it that's like a 2-bullet version of it, and like I was just fucking.
I don't even know which
wrecking
gun you're
fo-
talking about.
It's just like one of the first guns you find. It's like a break barrel, like
Shotgun?
one shot.
yeah, that's the
rifle.
like sniper rifle.
Yeah.
But well, I ended up getting like a legit sniper later in the game. Like it's like one of the like weapon missions or whatever. And then like so you get like one with a scope and all that shit.
See, I didn't like the scope because it's like I could like hit just about anybody with that fucking
With the
one.
rifle.
Yeah, especially because I had one that would like zoom in like 25% and then it would slow time down. So like you would
Oh,
zoom
nice.
in, slow time, and you just blink.
I never got that character trinket. That's cool.
Connect.
There were some
everybody
weird
and then shoot
ones
'em with
that
the
you'd
nail.
find like
Yeah.
yeah right.
I got like my trinkets were basically like I could run and make no sound at all. So I was just like running up behind people and just fucking slicing their heads off and shit. And then like double jump, and then just like health and
You got to keep the double jump on.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
if you
yeah,
don't
no, you
have
have
double
to have
jump
that.
on, you're just playing yourself.
I hate
you know
that.
what I mean?
That's even that should just be a like part
A
of the
thing?
mechanics.
Yeah.
Because it's a waste of a slot. Like
I agree.
I had so many cool things I wanted to use, but I had to pick like
And
specific
you,
things.
and you like have to have the double jump.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah.
gonna fall in the water and die.
The new slab
Yep.
they added, I think, is kind of stupid. The fugue slab or whatever.
I didn't even fuck with it.
It's not very good, and it's just kind of I don't know. I feel like they just put it in because it was easy, and they're like, we want to add some kind of new thing. You know what I mean?
The only one worth using is the force push shit. Like that's
no,
it.
dude, hold up. I can't even remember which one I used on my first run through, but they're all worth using if you play with them right. I haven't used the fugue one because I just started the new game, but like it just seems stupid to me. But like almost all the other ones have some sort of like practical application if you like play with it the right way.
Really?
You know, yeah.
I honestly
And
wish
you think they all evolve into something normal. Like they all start out pretty weak on their base
level 'em
form, but
up.
as you like level or find the like, you know, trinkets that power it up, they fucking get super.
They should have put New Game Plus in that game. Like it's kind of a waste that they didn't.
Yeah, you'd think that would have been one of the things in the update or something.
Because they always change like the codes. Like you can't just like go online and look up
Yeah,
the
no,
code
it's-
to something. Like you have to
It's
actually
unique to
go
your
do it.
playthrough. Even
Mhm.
if you start over, you don't get the same codes again.
No.
Oh, that's cool.
Anytime you die in a loop, like if you go like I fucked up because there's like the mission where like you go to the party and you have to like change the DJ music or whatever. And so like I saw his thing sitting there and it was like showing the numbers for like the beat or whatever, and I like started changing them. And I went over and then I picked up a paper and it was like he has this beat machine up in his room showing you know which song he wants or like he's made or whatever, and I already fucked it up. Like I already pressed all the stuff and I didn't write down like what his numbers said.
Oops.
So I had to fucking restart the whole loop, sneak back into the party, do the whole thing over again. That shit sucked. But
My favorite mission is when you like lure all the people to the party and you go just fucking massacre the whole party. Like that's
Oh,
my
yeah.
absolute favorite part of that whole game. Like,
take them all out, man. But anyways, it's a great game. Like honestly, it has a lot of optimization issues on PC. So like I started playing on Xbox.
yeah,
and,
it really struggled on my 2060, like bad.
dude,
like,
my fucking 2080 Ti, I have never felt my computer get that hot before. Like I'm talking like it's like under my desk and like my legs were getting like sweaty. And so and like and for whatever reason, I don't know if it's Game Pass's fault or Deathloop's fault, but like it would not sync the cloud save. So eventually I had to uninstall it on Xbox and reinstall it to get to my cloud save.
damn.
And then I just like stopped playing it on PC altogether and like just finished it on Xbox.
Probably is great on the Series X. I'm
It's
sure they have
amazing.
it optimized really well.
It's
Like,
got ray tracing and all that shit. Like, you know, it's beautiful
Oh,
on
yeah.
my 4K TV. Oh, that
Hell
shit's
yeah.
fire. Anyways, what y'all been playing?
Well, I played a little bit of that.
I downloaded that, but I did
Hang on,
not
let
get
me
around
see.
to playing it this weekend because I was playing other stuff.
Okay, I've still been playing Persona 5 Royale. I take back what I said last week. It just took forever to get through the little intro to the new content. It's evolved into like more or less an extra semester that's like a normal just extra semester in the game. It's got its own dungeon. It's got its own like free time you can spend. So I'm actually really enjoying it. It's like just more of the same, you know, but like if you know, were just playing this, you know, and it's your first playthrough, then you would be grateful to have like, you know, more, I guess, you know.
I feel like Deathloop and Persona have very similar music.
Yeah.
It's like it's
Similar color schemes too, like the
Mhm,
reds,
the reds and the
stuff.
yellows.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I played the Modern Warfare 2 beta a good bit.
Yeah,
I
same.
am not very good. I'm not gonna lie, but I had a lot of fun. It was enjoyable. You know what I mean?
It feels good.
I like how you
played it
unlock the
too.
attachments for the guns. I think that's pretty fun.
I saw people in like the like freight plane, like where you can just like walk around in the plane.
Yes.
That's so badass.
So yeah, and ground. Did you play Ground War at all?
I think a little bit, yeah.
Dude, in Ground War, like when you first start, there's a big ass cargo helicopter, basically like a personnel carrier helicopter, and instead of having just like seats in it, you just run into the back. Like one guy pilots it. And
the
then,
only game of Ground War I played, I started mid-game, so I just was
yeah.
like already like on the map. Like I didn't start at the beginning of the game.
I hope they do that in Warzone where there's like a cargo play. That would be tight. Like, and it can hold like
really
3
cool.
people, and then one person has to fly.
I'm like way more hyped about Warzone than the
tight.
actual like
Oh, me too.
game itself.
I don't give a fuck about Call of Duty. Like, I just want Warzone.
It
love
looks
Modern
really
Warfare
good though.
multiplayer.
It runs
Yeah.
really well.
Plays well. They made a lot of good little tweaks here and there. The animation looks even more real now. Like how the characters move and everything. Like they're really dialing it in.
It kind of had Halo vibes, like Halo Infinite vibes on the multiplayer. It was weird, like with the map design. I don't know why, but I was
Maybe
getting
just like the structure of it.
yeah, like the team deathmatch map specifically had like a really tight like Halo-y feel, like
CQB.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
The maps were good. A couple of them were really small.
Yeah, that's the
but,
ones
like,
I think I'm talking about.
For the most part, they played well because they were all kind of like designed to be kind of balanced on whichever side that you started.
I mean, I had fun, you know.
Yeah, it was a good beta. I enjoyed it. I fucking got to level 30. Me and Hans were playing it a whole bunch.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm excited about the multiplayer and Warzone whenever it comes. Warzone 2.0 is gonna be sick.
I think so too.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I've also been playing Half-Life 2 VR still. I don't really know how far I am in it. Like, I just got the second vehicle you get. Like, you know how, like, you get the water thing at first, and then, like, you get to the deserty area, and you get the fucking, like, go-kart thing?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I just got, the go-kart. And I'm, like, riding around shooting crabs in a go-kart. I don't really...
Riding around shooting crabs.
I don't really know what's going on, but I don't know how far I am in the game. But I feel like I'm making some progress, you know? I made it through the little city where all the zombie people are attacking you, and the dude gives you the shotgun, and it's an interesting thing to play through again in VR, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wonder if they have episode 1 and 2 in VR, because I would really like to do that once I'm done with this. But fucking Bone Labs is coming out this week, so it's like, I don't really give a shit about anything other than that once that comes out.
Bone Labs is gonna be like a heavily modded game, like a community.
It's
game.
gonna have like mod support built in. Like you
Yeah.
can just like straight up go to the mod section and shit.
Do all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah, like it's gonna be great.
Now, we're gonna have to purchase that separately from Boneworks?
Yeah, it's
It's
like
a
the
whole new
sequel to
game?
Boneworks. So
Okay.
it's coming out, and it's like if you buy the Quest version, you get the PC version and the standalone Quest version, like both together.
Oh, okay.
So it might be
Very
worth
cool.
buying the Oculus version if you care about that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, never waiting for a sale because it's never gonna go on
Right?
sale.
Yeah.
Fucking Oculus.
And let's see, what is the last thing I played? Oh yeah, I've also played a little bit of Cyberpunk. I don't know why.
Me too.
I busted out the trial because like I watched a little bit of Edge Runners, and I was like, you know what? I want to like start a girl character so I can do the other romances in the story. You know what I mean? So I'm like doing a corpo girl character, and like I just finished the whole fucking Jackie prologue thing, and that's where I'm at now.
Hell yeah.
R.I.P. Jackie.
R.I.P. Jackie,
That's my
dog.
boy.
That's that boy.
Fucking yeah, I've been playing Cyberpunk too, and today I fucking modded the flying cars into it.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
And yeah,
How's that?
it is like I have a whole new appreciation for Cyberpunk. Like,
I bet
after
it's
modding.
sick.
I'm like trying to like look over and everyone. I'm sorry. I'm not used to having somebody to my right. I'm always just like looking to the left. But no, it has given me a whole new appreciation for Cyberpunk. Like being able to see it from above and then like flying through the buildings, and then also just being able to travel like not stuck to these funky ass roads and everything.
Oh yeah, I bet that's sick.
I can get everywhere a whole lot faster.
Does it impact performance really bad, or is it?
No,
Really?
because all this shit is loading in above you anyways. You just never see it.
Huh?
And so when you're flying above, like I thought for sure I was gonna have a performance hit too, but no, not
Wow.
a single performance hit. The mod is done really well, and it'll turn any vehicle. I think I haven't tried motorcycles yet. I don't think it works for motorcycles. I think it's just cars. But the wheels will turn into like jet, or like hovercraft type things.
Nice.
They'll like turn in, and then they like move like how like there's two different flying modes. There's just like hover and like fly pretty controlled, and then there's crackhead drone flying mode. That's just like all I've tried it a couple times. I got it kind of stable at one point, and then the car just goes like crazy.
As Cyberpunk does.
Yeah, but the hover and fly is actually really cool because the wheels will actually turn in the direction that you're going and stuff. And
man, that's badass.
Like the sounds are really good with the mod. Like whoever did this mod put a lot of work into it.
Yeah, they probably really wanted this out of their Cyberpunk experience.
And I see exactly why. Like I always thought it'd be cool to fly around in Cyberpunk too, but like
you see flying cars in the game. That's the thing. It's not like not canon or anything. Yeah. Like they're flying all over the fucking place. Yep. You know what I mean? So. You even fly from point A to point B regularly in the game, like in a flying car. Like you just are riding as a passenger most of the time in the main game.
All the flying cars that you see are just passenger cars. They're not piloted by anybody. They're all like those little boxy.
Okay,
yeah. I haven't seen any like cars.
I guess that would make sense, like in a real world situation. You can't just be letting people fly their own car around the city, you know? Have a bunch of fucking 9/11 crackheads just fucking
9/11 crackheads, dude. That's
oh my god. Well, no, but
just
prime example though. The first time I took off, I crashed into a building.
Exactly.
Because I didn't know how to fly.
Case and point.
Like to support
this is
that.
Devin's intervention.
But no, it was done really well. It is awesome to see Night City above and like through the buildings and use it just to run missions and stuff. I'm going through and killing sometimes apprehending the cyber psychos. I'm doing it like every single one, and now I'm just like flying to him like freaking Batman, just like landing like, all right, come on, get your ass whooped, and then go on to the next one.
Dude, that's awesome. That's actually really cool.
But yeah, and I also fixed my issues with the crashing from just looking at the map. I was having that issue for a while whenever I first tried to pick it up after watching Edge Runners, but been having a whole lot of fun with it. Cyberpunk I'm seeing it in a whole new light, and
the most recent patch has fixed a lot of the glitches too. I feel.
Yes, and the city's so much more alive too. There's so much random shit happening in so many different models that I've seen now. Like I don't know. It has breathed the whole new just breath of air into the game, like in life and everything. Like it's really in a really good place right now, and that's why like I saw this article. I didn't get it down, but they've seen 1 million players a day for like a week or something.
It's like for 5 days in a row.
It's because it's not the fucking popular thing to hate anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's an enjoyable experience that's actually stabilized now on Series X and PS5. I can't speak for.
It's definitely it's running really good on PS5. I'll tell you that right now. I've had some weird like graphics issues with like textures on the floors in the game for some reason. Like they'll be like warbly every now and then, but for the most part, I mean, it runs better in 4K on my PS5 than it does on my computer, which is understandable. But like, it's one of the few times where my PS5 has really been pushed to like the capabilities that I know it can do.
Really
you know what I mean? Like most of the time my computer can outperform the PS5 just barely, just because like the games are like, optimized in a way where the PS5 will in no way ever drop a frame. You know what I mean?
Because it's optimized for stability over.
And DLSS makes a big difference with the computer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I can't wait to talk about the news. Yeah.
So let's get into his Steam Deck stuff.
Yeah, because that's what you've been playing this week.
Tell us about the Steam Deck.
It's awesome. Hopefully this button will work, but we can remap it.
You can. Oh!
Plug the.
No,
we're still good.
Devin's
got it. Devin's got it.
I guess the case is like heavier than I thought.
Just explodes.
Boom.
Just be careful with the cable on the back there, Devin.
Before the show, for those of you at home, we had a little bit of a technical difficulty with the Steam Deck. Like we were trying to play, and the left bumper on the Steam Deck itself.
Hold up.
Uh-oh.
Got to make sure we're recording here, guys. Sorry.
I did not think that was going to happen. My bad.
No, you're good.
That's okay.
There we go. We picked up.
Hey.
Were we ever gone?
We're back.
We stopped on the we never left. Sorry to those listening to the audio version. Just so you're. Oh nope, it's not picking us up. Oh no.
Oh no.
I just had it on my down here. I saw Devin put the sign back up.
Can we rip the audio?
Yeah,
from,
we'll just rip the
the
audio from the stream.
Yeah.
It's all right, guys. It is what it is. So we'll just go ahead and stop this.
it happens to the best of us, you know?
Mainly to the best. It's weird.
Yeah,
it-
predominantly just to the best.
Yeah, it only happens to the best.
This is why we can't have nice things, Dio.
Buttons broke, knocking signs
Now, anytime something fucks up, like we can just blame DL.
Must be in the chat just catching L's. Yeah, so all right, are we still good? Like we?
Yeah, we're
okay,
good. Keep
okay.
going. Yeah.
So so I got this last Tuesday, I think, and then I've played Aperture Desk Job, which is like a tech demo based in the Portal universe.
Oh, that's cool.
So
They did the same thing when they launched the fucking
The VR headset.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah, like, and it was pretty awesome. Like,
You're good.
okay, cool. And I was like, what? I've already said that. But no, I played that, and it's like you're at a desk, and it just basically has like all of the combinations of things that you can do on the desk or all your buttons. It's kind of like you have a PS5, like the Astros.
Yeah, like the Astro
it's
Playroom.
like that, and it shows you the haptics. And
Oh, that's fun.
and it's like you're literally inspecting toilets, and it's like now you. Oh, yeah.
That's the actual thing turning on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the boot up sound for
Yeah.
the Steam
No,
Deck.
it's cool. It's got like
Wow.
this little. Where's the case? Where did I set the case?
Hopefully far away from the sun.
Very far away from the sun. So it starts off with like this logo here, and then it like spins.
Oh, show the camera if you can. Yeah, if you're watching at home,
away
we've
from
got
sun.
the beautiful Steam Deck case, and that comes with the
secondary camera would be
premium
perfect.
Steam Deck, right? You buy the top tier model, you get the sweet case with it.
I think the middle version and the top version both come with a case. But if you look at like when you're pre-ordering it on the Steam page, it says like that the 512 SSD one has like a special case. But I don't know what the regular case looks like because, like you said, I'm the only person alive apparently that has one. So
The only.
they only
Must feel
made
good
one
about
case.
yourself.
No, that's really cool. Have you tried docking it to a real computer?
I haven't yet, so I don't have like the right stuff. I mean, I guess I could, but I just.
What do
been
you
trying
need,
to-
like a HDMI or
As
something?
long as you have, so it's like apparently the official Steam Deck dock is gonna have like all the stuff, like a HDMI or a display port and everything on there, and and you can find other ones with like Ethernet ports and stuff. But it's gonna have one cable that just goes to the USB-C, and then that runs from there to everything else.
Oh,
And then you
okay.
can like plug in a desktop or a mouse because there's a desktop mode, and you can run Steam through that.
That's cool.
I gotta say, one thing that I was super surprised about is how good the handles of the basically built-in controller feel. Like I was expecting it to be much thinner, but if you can
Kind of
look,
like flat, like a Switch.
like it's a good control. It's not too much, but it's not too little, and
Yeah.
and it fits in your hand.
I like the
just
thumbstick placement a
perfect.
lot too. I feel like
And
your
it feels
thumbs
good
don't
that-
have to
and-
go in a weird, like,
and they snap
unnatural.
back really well. They don't feel
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the click in button feels really good. Like whenever you're clicking in the analog sticks, like it feels like you're fucking clicking in some analog
Yeah.
sticks.
And that screen is so crispy too for a handheld.
And
but-
before we didn't have much time to play with it before the show, but DL let me try out Elden Ring and
Death
we
Stranding.
booted
And
up
Death
Death Stranding
Stranding.
for a sec too.
And Elden Ring really impressed me because it's like I know that that's a pretty demanding game for the most part, and it looked great. I mean, it looked
was-
like you had pretty high graphic settings going on it, and
I didn't tone it down much. Like I was telling you guys, like you can change your settings for the PC or like PC. Well, I guess it is.
for the mini PC.
The baby PC. You can do. And you pass it down to Brent too.
oh, yep.
But no, we did like you can change like the hertz and the refresh rate, and you can change how many watts your power is putting out to like adjust your battery life.
Oh,
And,
nice.
So as I keep tinkering with
Super
it,
customizable.
yeah, and you can do it based on each game. So like you can say like I want to run it 60 frames a second because damn it, I'm playing Death Stranding and I want to see all the frames of all the dreary trees.
yeah.
And so like
If you were plugged in though, like it probably wouldn't be that big of an issue.
and,
would
and
it?
I've been and it'll charge and stuff with that, but and I've been tinkering with trying to figure out some emulation stuff, but like
Yeah, I saw that the PSP emulator that you have on there
Yeah.
is a good one.
well, there's a website called it's called EmuDeck,
Mhm.
and it's like for your Steam Deck, and there's like an easy install, and it installs like all the emulators.
Oh,
but
that's
I don't
cool.
have any ROMs or
I
anything.
know a
so
great website where you can get ROMs if you need it.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Can you get on like just like a web browser and just like fucking
Yeah, so
search the
Play
internet?
some Flash games
So
on there.
if I hit,
Yeah.
if I like hold the Steam thing here, I guess if I go like there, I hit power. There's literally you could switch to desktop mode.
Okay.
What?
And
That's
so it's
tight.
just like it's
And
not
so-
Windows, but it's
No, so it runs on Linux. You can
Linux,
you
yeah.
can
Ah.
do Windows, but like I did a lot of research trying to figure out if I wanted to switch it to Windows.
I mean, do you really need it? Like,
Well, I mean, if you wanted to try and run like, you might be able to figure out like a workaround to do like Game Pass, because
Yeah,
with
Windows.
Microsoft. But then the argument that I saw online was like they literally optimize Steam OS for Linux.
yeah.
And so it's like I don't know about all that.
You can get into some real buggy shit. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
so
Yeah.
but you can do there's literally on the Game Pass website there's a step-by-step thing to install cloud Game Pass, like if you want to do cloud gaming.
Well, I read
But,
one of the
I mean-
Valve people were saying you could like install the Windows and still have the normal operating system installed, so you could like
Nice.
boot up whichever operating system you want when
Right
you
there,
start
right.
up the Steam Deck, right? Like, or
So you can do that, but I mean I think that what people are saying is like it's not that it won't work, it's just that Steam literally has been like, this is going to be what we designed it to do.
Yeah.
So
The
it's
Game
probably-
Pass
anything
won't
else
even
is on
work
you,
well.
kinda,
yeah.
yeah.
If you mess it up, then
Yeah.
Well, if you're just wanting to do Game Pass really bad, they have that other one that just came out that's like made specifically for like Game Pass streaming and stuff. You know what I
That
mean?
shit's so dumb to me. Like
It's really dumb because it's
it's
just
like
a streaming thing, you know.
yeah.
But
it's like, bro, just fucking your phone can do
you
that.
might as well just like pay a little bit more and get a fucking Steam Deck at that point. You know what I mean?
well, I got this version of it because I was like, hell yeah, I want the SSD hard drive and all that crap. And then I started looking into it more, and I was like, I literally just paid like more for the screen. It looks like because you can get the SD cards in the bottom because there's a slot down here, and you have to obviously optimize it to where it works with Steam. But like you plug it in, apparently you can add like another terabyte if you wanted to for like
Oh, yeah,
$100.
for
And
sure.
So you're
Hell
literally
yeah.
carrying around a. it's got,
But
like,
the memory you have on there is like NVMe,
Yeah,
like
it's gonna be
super
fast as shit.
it's
Yeah.
pretty dope.
So
But,
you could probably do a pretty quick swap though, from like just have them
I-
on the SD, and then
would
whichever
think
ones
it'd
you
be
want to
kinda
play,
like on your
just trade them
Switch.
over.
Yeah.
How hot does it get when you play games?
So like you don't feel it here, but like the fan starts blowing the vent out up top here,
Mhm.
and if you're playing like I'm gonna start this up and
Like
then
graphically intensive games.
yeah I'm gonna start it up and just let it kind of sit and you can hear it. Like if I'm playing Death Stranding and like my face is a little cold, I can just like turn it, warm my face back up.
I've seen warnings from Valve like not to play it outside on like a really hot
Oh, yeah,
day.
I can
You know what I mean?
imagine.
Like
They're just like, don't buy one in Texas.
yeah, pretty much.
Turn that down because it's gonna be
Yeah,
okay.
but see that's interesting to me. But also, this is what I imagined when I was a kid that the Xbox handheld would look like. Like
yeah,
back.
yeah,
I could
this is
see
the
that.
vision in my brain.
Yeah,
for
this
sure.
is the fucking future. We're here,
This is
and like, dude, they went above and beyond with all the different settings that you can set for individual
Mhm.
games.
I
I
mean,
know,
it's
I just-
really
I thought that was
impressive.
dope.
everything that you can do with that. It's
And it does have a nice
Man.
D-pad on it. Like they
Right,
they
right.
didn't skimp on the D-pad.
I like the mouse pads on both sides too.
Yeah, that's
like I
cool.
like that you have the option to go on either side if you like are a lefty or a righty or whatever. You know?
It's pretty cool. Like it takes some getting used to with that because that's like sometimes they're real sensitive. So if you wanted to play a game that you really needed that mouse pad, it would probably not be as easy
No,
on
it wouldn't
Steam
be
Deck as
good.
it would just to throw it on your computer.
Yeah.
you know,
But like,
But if you're stuck on a plane for like 10 hours or whatever, if you're somebody who's like who travels for work or whatever, and you wouldn't be able to play that game on desktop
No.
either way, it's like there you go, you got that option. It might be a little
might be not
fuckery,
as
but
be like as
Yeah.
easy, but
In theory, you could totally have you could wirelessly hook a mouse and keyboard up to it too. You know, that's the cool thing about it is that it's like technically just a little computer that you could do anything a computer could do
Yeah, I mean,
in theory. You
it's
know
got
what I mean?
like I think it's got 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM in it. Like it's
Wow.
a freaking computer. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah. I feel like the hooking up like a wireless mouse and stuff would suck though, because you have to keep that thing close to your face.
Yeah, well,
I
you'd be
feel like
if
yeah,
you're in a
you'd be like
computer-
over here, like barely able to see what you're even fucking doing. The mouse is like a fucking not even
yeah,
a
no, it's-
millimeter.
It's freaking tiny.
But yeah, like outside of that, looks
But
dope.
honestly, the screen doesn't feel tiny, even though it seems like it's about the same size
oh
as the
yeah,
Switch
it's already
screen. You
creating
know
a
what I
little
mean?
bit of warmth.
Oh, that is hot.
Put it up to the microphone so we can hear the.
I don't think you'll hear it. It's kind
it's
of
not blowing like that.
silent. It's just that the heat. It's just hot.
Oh yeah, you can kind of hear it.
There's more vents on the back of it too, Brent. Like where your hand is. So I'm telling you, dude, it's nice. It's kind of like, dang, this is a.
It's got that new
car
console
smell.
Console smell.
I like another thing I like is that I can hold it like this, and I don't feel like the Joy-Con is gonna snap off. You know, with you when you're holding the Switch, it's all like wobbly
Well,
because
you
the
get the
detachable
tracks and-
controllers. You know, like that just feels like a solid thing. You know,
Oh.
that's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
It's
so
pretty sweet.
badass.
Like I need to do some more tinkering with it and like really figure some stuff. I'm gonna turn it off real quick.
Yeah, I say you fuck with it for a while. Break it.
Push
you
it
know,
to the limit.
Push it to the
dude,
limit.
yeah.
Break it.
Then
Melt it.
come back with
Put-
more info on like
Come back
how
with
much
the
you
Steam
hate
Deck
it.
too.
No, I'm just kidding.
Stress test.
I want to see it red deaded and like just whatever the most crazy fucking game you think. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's fucking take it to the limit, bro. You know what I mean?
Gonna try to
Gonna
run
have
it.
to
It's just
really
gonna
ramp up the
explode.
pro-
I want to just like push it as far as it can go. You know, like.
Too far. Too far.
Oh God! Oh no! It's on fire.
Steam decks across the
your
country are
Steam Deck-
blowing up.
Well, it got steamy.
Yeah. 4D porn. It was just too much for the game. But
I tried to run VR.
I've seen people playing Beat Saber on their Steam Deck actually.
That would
Oh
be
my
kind of neat.
god.
Yeah.
You can play, Phasmophobia is got the little check mark on there, so you can play
What?
like flat screen. But I remember like when we played all together that
I
one
was
time.
about
Didn't
to
you say
say,
like
yeah.
it wasn't really optimized for like controllers?
no, it was just not scary. Like
Well,
playing
no,
flat
after-
screen. Like like whenever you're in VR, I imagine it's a lot creepier.
It is.
Well, there's that, but then Devour made Phasmophobia
Oh god.
totally not fucking scary.
Oh.
What's
oh.
Devour?
Like,
Don't-
imagine
Every time
like,
you say it, I like shudder.
I think I'm a PTSD.
It
from
is
that
the
game.
most.
I want to try.
imagine-
It's,
so
it's kind of like Phaz.
it's like Phaz. There's 4 people, but you're like, imagine instead of going into like a house, like you start in the truck and it's like, this is your thing. Just here's the key. Go take pictures of the ghost,
Yeah.
and it'll kill you. And the animation's always like, oh, and he's got you, and
Yeah.
then you're dead.
That's spooky. Yeah.
Well, it's spooky at first, and then you get used to it. And it's
Yeah.
just like fun, like Devour. Like Devin called me, and he was like, "Hey, I got this game. It's like on sale for like $3. If I buy it, will you play it with me?" And I was like, "Let me look at the
Such a
trailer."
bad
And I was
decision.
like, "If you buy it, like yeah." And so like you go and you're like in a cult, and it's like, "Oh, you're going to this place, and your cult leader is like."
Is this in VR?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
Oh,
like
man.
It's pretty
summoned a
real.
demon
It's pretty
goat.
well done.
Oh, I should have played this with
And
you
you're
guys.
like, oh god, I don't think I'll ever.
So there's
play
different
anything.
Wait, is it
locations.
like a goat man?
So
No,
there's
like-
different locations, and you gotta like beat this monster or entity, whatever this entity is.
based on the map.
Yeah, based on the map. The first one that we played was a house,
It was fucking
and
scary.
we just kind of like went in and didn't really know what to expect. It doesn't really tell you what to do either. You gotta
No,
kind of just.
Well, we played with a dude.
Thank God we played with a kid
This
that
kid-
knew he'd
His
already
name was
played it through.
Tomahawk, I think is what his screen name was.
something like
Shout
That
out
was his
Tomahawk.
real name, actually.
Dances with
Tomahawk.
wolves.
Come
But,
with me if you want to live.
So like it doesn't tell you what to do, and if we didn't have this guy, like we would not have gotten anywhere.
Mhm.
But the monster is always roaming around the map.
You can like see her. She's not hidden like the
Yeah.
ghost or anything. Like, she's like a demented 8-foot tall woman. Just like
Yeah, just like
Oh,
looming
hell
over,
yeah.
and
she's not
most of the
dangerous all
time
the time
she's
either.
most times she's just walking, but then she gets mad.
when you sacrifice the baby goats in the fire.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Why would you do that?
Well, there's
'Cause you
demon
gotta-
goats.
Poor baby goat. That
So
was
there's,
just.
so there's
No, they're
demon
little
goats,
demon goats.
and
They're
you're
like
supposed to
red with like
sacrifice
horns
them.
and
Yeah,
like,
and they got like glowing eyes, and you're supposed to sacrifice them. There's like little health packs and stuff, and like gas.
you
And
gotta
you go to
like
like sacrifice them
with
to like
hay.
try and kill the demon that's like possessing your cult leader or something.
Oh, okay.
And when
Some
you
shit like
set
that.
him on fire, you can hear her like aggro. And so you're like running away from her, and it's not like you can see that she's about to grab you. It's just like instant jump scare. She's in your face, screaming
just
like
grabs you
like-
up and lifts you, and you're
and-
like looking at her,
and
she's
you
like,
can't anticipate it. It's like we were playing, and like I was like, "Fuck!" You know, like taking the screen, like taking my headset off. My wife was like, "Are you having fun?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Dude, it's
This is
it's
Devin's
so
fault.
violent and like shaky and also loud. It
Just
like
in
blows
your
your fucking
face.
speakers and your headset out.
My dogs are
And, like-
barking at me. Like,
And like on the levels of like give an epileptic kid a seizure.
Like absolutely.
And after about an hour of us playing this game, like I was just like skittish and like jumpy and like anything that kind of like happened, I was just like.
I played
like,
Forza 5 for like 2 hours after that. I was like, I'm gonna drive Hot Wheels now.
It was like mentally scarring. This game is so bad. Yeah.
But was it fun?
Yeah,
A little bit.
Okay. There you go.
I'm probably gonna play it again, but
Yeah, we have not gone back to play that game.
4 out of 10.
Was it worth $3?
Absolutely.
It's worth. it was definitely worth. It was worth Devin's $3.
Because DL got killed way more than me.
Dude, at the end, I was like, "Don't even bring me back. I'm just crawling, dude. Just leave me alone." And I was just like crawling around.
I don't want to play anymore.
The other guy was like, "We gotta heal him, or we can't win." And I was like, "Fuck you guys. It's it. Just do your thing. I'm going over here."
Just trying to get away.
They can't hurt me now.
But yeah, we'd be like, "Oh God, she's mad. Where's she at?" And then we'd hear DL, "Oh God!" And we'd all scream
It was
every time.
always me. I probably died like 7 times in one.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It was good though.
How did we even get on that topic? That was
We're
such a
talking
great
about
time.
Faz Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Um,
But
Train of thought.
oh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Wow.
So yeah, it's PTSD is coming back. Like I'm getting the sweats. Like just thinking about. It was the
I'm gonna
most like
call you and let you
jarring.
know I made it home.
Yeah, it was the most jarring game that I've played in VR thus far.
Oh man, that's hard. That's hard
It's
for
on
me to.
sale probably now. I mean, there's a VR
Yeah.
sale going on Steam, I think.
I think there are parts of Resident Evil 7 that really fucking stuck with me.
Oh,
Mentally.
yeah, I'm sure.
That shit was fucking
Yeah.
really. The part where she comes up the stairs at you at the very beginning is like, I know it's coming every time, and it still fucking gets me.
Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
Same with that fucking animation.
Well,
it was
that
the same
and-
thing. Never really changed. It's just,
Yeah.
well, then in
Scarred.
like RE8, like there were moments where like when you're in the dollhouse, or like when that baby, like fat giant baby, is chasing.
Oh,
you.
I
was like,
can't
"Oh,
wait
God,"
for
and
that
crawled under
shit
her
to
bed.
come
That
out,
thing,
dude.
yeah, was the scariest part. For
That's
sure.
gonna
The
be-
giant baby.
The
Dude,
giant
I
baby
couldn't.
thing.
I was like, no, I'm just gonna hide him in the bed.
She's
gonna
like,
go away.
I'm like, what the fuck is
That's gonna be fucking
bad.
stupid in
Oh.
VR, dude.
I
Like, I
thought
can't
about
wait for
that.
that.
They announced that, and I was like, I might play that. And then I thought about the baby, and I was like, nah, you know what? I'm just gonna
I'm
stick
gonna
with
wait.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely
screen.
playing it. Like, honestly, I knew it was coming because up to basically that whole game, there was like no hiding spots, and then like randomly, I start seeing like all this like hide in the closet. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to hide from something pretty soon. And as soon as I
Yeah.
started hearing noises, I'm like, nope. I ran straight to the
Tiny
fucking hiding
freaking
spot.
Fetus.
That's the weird thing is like it never saw me. Like I almost missed it. Like until the cutscene, basically. Like I don't know how that happened, but like
Yeah,
I just kind of wandered past the shit, and like I was just like a just super stupid person walking through like a death house. So I was just like, huh, this is a cool looking place.
Oh, look
And it's just like behind me, like
There's like dolls like right
Yeah, I
next
was
to you
just-
with a knife.
I was
just
like the whole time, I was like, oh my god.
like this is a dark room.
Honestly, you know what scared me more than that, weirdly enough, was that part at the beginning where you go in like the dungeon area or whatever, and there's like the vampire things that come out for the first time. That shit scared the shit out of me randomly.
I don't
like,
even remember that.
It's like you go down and
jump
it's really
scares,
dark,
man.
and they like they're making like weird noises and shit, and like fucking. And it's the first time you encountered like the hooded vampires, and they like come at you.
Don't remember, dude.
Stuff around 'em.
Yeah.
I still like. I found the werewolf people to be pretty cool. They weren't scary, but like
No, they were neat though.
they were
They were cool.
The whole factory
kinda-
level was
yeah.
really cool in general. Like,
well
actually.
in the village, like those werewolf guys were actually kind of creepy once they like aggroed onto you, and you're like trying to hide inside of like a building.
house.
Yeah, and you never know where they're gonna bust through a window or whatever.
You,
That
like,
shit was
push a freaking cabinet in front of a door.
That was tight.
Every time I saw that big dude, I was like, oh, this is my guy. It's like, give me all the guns.
But we're about an hour in, guys. Let's go ahead and get into the gaming news. Just, unless you had more. Did you have more
No,
games?
That's it. That's
Okay,
it.
okay.
You're good.
All right. Just so you guys know, we are using articles
Oh,
from
and-
gaming news sites. What's up?
I was gonna say, DL, thank you so much for coming by and bringing us so we could get our hands on it and actually experience it
Yeah.
in the flesh. Like,
Yeah,
for sure.
exciting stuff.
super appreciate it,
No
man.
problem, man.
And now he's gonna get to read some news with us.
Yo.
But we're using articles from gaming news sites from around the web. We do not claim any of the articles as our own. We are simply giving commentary and bringing them all to one place for your ears. But anyway, so let's get this started with the obvious thing. Like, let's just do all the announcements from the NVIDIA event. If you guys want to just do that real quick. Like we will
The
go through it.
NVIDIA.
The
NVIDIA?
NVIDIA. How do you pronounce it?
NVIDIA.
Yeah.
I've always said NVIDIA.
You've always been wrong.
Wait, and what is is it EVEGA or EVGA?
I say Vega.
I think it's
Yeah.
Evega.
Is it?
Yeah.
I always thought it
I
was just EVGA.
thought it was EVG. I don't know, bro.
It's like
Is it Asus or Asus?
it's like
That's gotta be
Pokemon.
Asus.
Like when you're a kid and like if nobody really knew how to say the Pokemon names, like everybody just had.
Suicune?
Yeah,
Suicune was one of those.
I said Susuine. Like that's what I thought it was. Yeah, it's
Suicune.
Suicune.
But anyway,
Slay Queen.
so the NVIDIA, GTC 2022 keynote. Here's everything that was announced. Ada Lovelace. I don't know what that is, but
It's the architecture for the new GPUs.
okay,
That is
NVIDIA.
supposed to be like way just yeah.
I didn't watch this, by the way. I just like saw all the random news. So like
It's crazy.
I watched some of this. Yeah, it's
fucking
oh
crazy,
my
bro.
god, it's like a super. It's like an AI. They're basing it kind of. We're getting into AI territory
No,
with
yeah,
Ada Lovelace, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, like DLSS has been AI. You know, there's
Yeah.
tensor cores and shit in general are kind of just like an AI thing, right?
So-
Like,
NVIDIA announced its third generation RTX architecture called Ada Lovelace. This new GPU architecture is based around a 4N process, resulting in chips with 76 billion transistors. Where are they getting all these? And 90 teraflops of processing power. The RT cores have also been bumped up with 2 times the ray triangle intersection throughput.
Shit.
Obviously,
that's a lot of triangles.
That's
That's
a
a
lot-
lot of intersecting.
you got to put a lot of triangles through there. But meanwhile, the new Tensor core will support FP8 and Power DLSS 3.0, which can now use a new AI algorithm to generate entire frames rather than just upscaling pixels. According
Shit.
to
And what they mean by that is it's going to take every frame before you see it and
make it dope.
redo the whole frame in
Effectively
a better.
doubling your frame rate
Yeah.
on top of the already DLSS upscaling properties. Like,
So according to NVIDIA, DLSS 3.0 can boost game performance by up to 4 times over brute force rendering. In a demo, NVIDIA showed how DLSS 3.0 can double the frame rate of Microsoft Flight Simulator. I did see that video, which was pretty cool.
really
Like,
cool, actually.
They were running
yeah.
like 50 frames, and on the other one, it was like doing 129, and like it looked pretty dope.
And they also ran Cyberpunk at like max over the top ray tracing.
I
Like,
was going to say,
made a
this.
new
They made a new
actors.
setting for
Yeah,
it.
they made
Yeah.
a whole new setting of ray tracing to run Cyberpunk
Yeah.
in. That like my 3060 can't even do ray tracing on Cyberpunk like in 4K.
Yeah.
Shit's gonna be crazy.
And this is on also they got the DLSS 3 implemented on Cyberpunk pretty soon too. So like, you know, with the new you probably can't even do the new ray tracing setting if you don't have the
No, you-
DLSS
you need
3
the DLSS
on, even with like
3.
a 40 series card like
And the Ada Lovelace and all that.
Portal with RTX was announced, so NVIDIA has modded Portal and has modded Portal and remastered it with RTX and DLSS 3.0. The game features all new realistic lighting effects applied through Omniverse tools, which
Fucking love
looks
that,
so
dude,
dope.
yeah.
Did you watch like the gameplay?
I did,
like
yeah.
side by sides.
I've always been a huge Portal fan too, so I always love an excuse to go back to like one of these old games like this. Yeah.
This
Sam.
next feature is one of the coolest features I've ever seen them throw with like a device or a graphics card or anything.
So the thing he's talking about is the RTX Remix. It's a new application that essentially lets you convert any game into an RTX experience. All you have to do is capture the game in a universal scene descriptor. It's so easy. And from
All
there,
you gotta do.
and from there,
They
you
actually
can
made it pretty simple though. Like they explain it in the keynote,
Yeah.
and it's
like
not
how
as,
to do it.
Yeah,
So-
like you go into like the scene in the game, and you basically take a snapshot of like your surroundings, and then the AI from the fucking game just does like or from the
From the
fucking
graphics
from the
card,
graphics
yeah.
card does like all the work. Like it fucking finds the light sources. It finds like all the fucking geometry and
Takes all the textures. It has a huge like library of like pre-made textures and stuff that it can like. It'll look at it It'll figure out what texture it needs to overlay it, and then what Brent was saying with the ray tracing and everything.
Remaster
Put it
in real
together
time.
to remaster an entire scene of a game.
Not only that, but you can easily, like, say there's a table in the game. Like, they took a table that was just originally in Morrowind, right?
Yeah, I've seen this.
It, like, replaced it with an asset. They completely changed, like, little details about the table and, like, put it back together and, like, put new things in the scene. It was crazy, man.
It's like that whole thing about, like, if you take apart a ship, like, piece by piece and put it back together,
Is it
in the
still
end,
the
is
same
it still
ship?
the same ship? Like, you know, after everything's put back together? That's kind of my question. What's happening
So
here?
it's a facelift. We're gonna see basically just like rendered remasters of video games because it'll still be mechanically like
Somebody
in
still
the
has to
root-
go do it, but it's not very hard. You know what I mean? So
the root of the
modders will
game-
be...
Yeah, modders are going to go fucking crazy with this.
Yeah.
We're going to see so many old games that are going to be re-skinned in like really good looking graphics and ray tracing and everything.
Dude,
and
yeah.
it's going to blow up the modding community.
That'll be like a common
They make Doom.
mod soon.
They
Like,
make,
just the ray tracing mod.
I
Like,
meant like Doom 64, like Doom 2016.
That's
Right.
pretty
Like,
tight.
it's a big deal. Like you got to watch the video to get a better explanation.
and that's just
or, like,
Morrowind. Like, imagine applying that to, like, Grand Theft Auto 4 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, you
like
could
it-
make that look like a modern fucking game.
And the
You know what
possibilities
I mean?
are
Like,
endless.
I can't wait till they're just like, are you tired of the shitty gameplay mechanics? We can remix that shit for you. You just like
just
go
fixes
into-
the whole game. Like,
makes your shitty game into a good game. It's like if
Graphics
like
card does it all.
yeah, like AI is about to fucking just destroy the gaming like game
Studios,
development
yeah.
shit. Like, but so
I mean, like that, but that's a very serious sentence, though, because like with this technology, like the further it advances,
it's gonna happen.
You're gonna
yeah.
literally be able to just.
it's
oh,
gonna at
I
least
don't
take
like
away their ability to make fucking a fast buck off of a remaster on us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
that's a good point.
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah, dude. EA's pissed. No, but the NVIDIA RTX 4090 is the first new generation card NVIDIA announced at GTC 2022. It features 1400 TOPS sensor.
Tell 'em.
TOPS Tensor performance that allows it to be 4 times faster for RT games and 2 times faster for more traditionally rasterized games. Compared to the outgoing NVIDIA RTX 3090, NVIDIA claims this new card is 2 to 4 times faster. Nobody's got a 3090
2 to
yet,
4
guys.
times faster than
Chill
a
the fuck out.
3090, which
Yeah.
is already like the fastest card on the fucking planet.
On the
like,
planet. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090 will come with 24 gigabytes GDDR6X video
It's that
memory.
6X, dude. Like,
And
God
it'll
damn.
be available on October 12th for $10. No, for $1,599, which is actually not bad.
Yeah, it's not outrageous. I mean, considering what some of the other graphics cards, it's people who
Well,
bought
30
a 3080 for $1,500 are fucking stabbing themselves in the neck right
What,
now.
what
like-
was the 3090 going for?
Such a visceral image. Like,
Yo, you doing all right over there?
You guys want my Steam disc?
yeah. Well, they didn't just announce the 4090. The RTX 4080 is the second new GPU NVIDIA announced,
two,
and it'll
two
come.
iterations of that one.
yeah.
It'll come with either 16 gigs or 12 gigs of G6X memory. Either way, NVIDIA promises this new card is 2 to 4 times faster than the NVIDIA RTX 3080 Ti. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080 with 16 gigs of G6X memory starts at $11.99. Like, not $11.
I mean,
but
you're just future proofing at this point. Like, that's
Like,
a
games don't need
ridiculous
that. Yeah,
amount of
no-
power. Like,
unless you're a modder,
Like you're trying to
or
break
like
into the Pentagon.
Yeah. like, you're not gonna be doing shit with these cards. Like, I mean, but
Like,
the
that's
problem is like
stupid,
2
dude.
years from now they're gonna announce the 50 series, and they're just like, what's gonna happen is they're just gonna like appear on stage like front, and they're like, we're not actually
All
here.
hologram.
This-
This,
actually
yeah,
AI.
this is like
The thing is, it gets to a point though where it's like, you know, how much power do you really need? Because like
all of it.
gaming companies are only going to make games that can like not only there will be a handful of like PC exclusives, but for the most part, the
It's all
good
for the
gaming
consoles.
experiences are all going to come to consoles in some capacity. So they all have to at least accommodate like a fucking 2070 worth of power. You know
Boy,
what
that
I mean?
graphics
Like,
slider is gonna get really big.
yeah.
You're just going for frames at this point.
Yeah,
have, like,
for real.
ultra
Or like
kind
8K.
of-
I think 8K is the next step for fucking PC gamers. You know
Well,
what I mean?
And
Like,
also, I mean, as we get further into VR too, like this is, these beefier graphics cards we're gonna need whenever we get into
Cyberpunk
like,
VR.
6K
Yeah.
lenses with like 120 frames.
now that's going to be interesting because the possibilities for VR really open up as these
Yes.
like games that are directed for PS5 come out, and like you get a PC with a fucking 50 series card, you could probably fucking do something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah, it's gonna be needed whenever we get into bigger and
metaverse.
badder headsets.
I'm
that
excited to
have
see
these
what
high
Sony does
resolutions.
with the fucking VR, man. A lot of people are really high on the fucking PSVR too. Like,
I mean, the
apparently
specs
the
are
eye
great.
tracking is crazy. Like, fucking.
Well, what's the resolution per eye on the PSVR
It's like 2K per eye or
Yeah.
something like that, and plus like fucking the eye tracking makes like your focused resolution like super high compared to like the foveated
And you got
rendering
the mouth
resolution.
haptics.
I saw, the mouth haptics, the eye fucking feedback. I saw some. They were like doing something where like with the eye tracking, like they can tell what you're looking at. Like whenever you screen, so they'd have like
oh yeah,
a
you're
girl.
like picking your gun and stuff with
Yeah.
your eyes, like.
They were like, yeah, there's gonna be like people just like they're gonna put like hot chicks in the game, and like you try not to look at them, like because they're gonna know if you're looking at their ass or whatever. It's just
And then they'll
like,
start sending you targeted ads.
yeah. But so the new pricing, if you're not ready to jump into the new generation of GPUs, NVIDIA has announced price cuts for its older generation GPUs. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 will now come in 16 gigabit and 12 gigabyte. Sorry, I didn't say, why did I say gigabit? But GDDR6 version starting at $899. Meanwhile, the RTX 3060 will return to its $329 starting price. Holy shit, that's cheap.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
$329 for a 3060.
Well, you know what? I've also seen like the fucking the 3060 Ti's for like nearly 400, and actually I think it was Best Buy or something has the Founders Editions for like $399 or something for the 3060 Ti's, which is a fucking
It's a
really
deal.
good card. The 3060 Ti is like I feel like the best bang for your value right now as far as like
Cards, yeah. Like just in general,
generally speaking,
yeah.
if you like playing in like a 1440p monitor or something.
Oh,
Pound for pound, the best fighter. No, I'm just kidding.
Definitely not.
next card I'm getting is a 4080.
I think I'll probably get a 40 series. Yeah, I don't know
I'm
about.
chill.
Yeah, Mr. 3080 Ti. Fuck
I'm
off.
gonna see what the 4070's like. Probably, you know what I mean. 4060 maybe.
I need a
You know what I mean?
4090 right now.
I do want that 40
I want a
series.
4010.
But a
40.
60-10.
I'll take a 40. Just
Just a straight up 40. I'll just
Give me that 40,
Holding.
please. But yeah, who's got some news?
I'll go ahead next. So I didn't even know this was a big thing on Twitch, but Twitch cracks down on gambling streams after recent controversies.
Yeah.
So
You
this
mean
is
I could have been gambling this whole time? Place
Yeah,
your
I could've
bets
been
here,
watching it.
folks. You know?
yeah, apparently I didn't know that this was a big thing on Twitch. But Twitch has banned the streaming of unlicensed slots, roulette, and dice games that involve betting real money. A popular Twitch streamer has confessed to scamming his followers and fellow streamers out of around $300,000 to pay his gambling expenses.
Why'd you admit that?
God dang.
Shit, don't mean
He's
Yeah, I mean,
how
like-
is he scamming
That's-
them? Like,
that's
what
on
is
him.
it?
Yeah, you're already so deep down in the darkness. Like at that point, don't even admit it. Just be like, no.
Maybe he's getting
Didn't it?
sued or something.
Yeah, maybe
Oh.
that's it.
So you got morals now?
Yeah, you suddenly got morals when they ask you.
So, and this prompted users to call for Twitch to ban all
Exactly.
gambling streams. Now the company has responded by banning any streams that include slots, roulette, or dice games that aren't licensed. That's some weird.
I mean, but
wording.
that's kind of like
The
a
ban will
That kind of makes sense. though.
yeah.
The ban will take effect from October 18th. We'll be making a policy update on October 18th to prohibit streaming of gambling sites that include slots, roulette, or dice games that aren't licensed either in the U.S. or other jurisdictions that provide sufficient consumer protection.
So does he have to
official statement.
send the money back? Like,
So Twitch streamer
Interest.
It's Slaker has admitted to conning fans and friends out of hundreds of thousands of dollars with tales of frozen
Slaker
bank
knows
accounts
Slaker.
and similar stories. The British streamer explained that he asked fellow streamers or fellow users for loans with no way to pay them back due to
For these loans on stream, or is he doing this outside of it? Because like, how does that have to do with Twitch
Well,
at all?
it might be like people.
Seriously,
giving him
guys, if
money
you guys
for
just
subs.
loan me $50 right now.
I'll pay you
I'll
back.
gladly pay you Monday.
If you sub right now, I'm gonna bet it on red. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And in that case, it's not loaning. That's
but
just
I
people.
think it's more of the licensing aspect because like
Yeah.
Barstool Sports, they do a lot of twitching. They twitch a lot, and but they'll get on there and they'll stream because they're like partnered with gaming companies for like when I say gaming, I mean like gambling.
Gambling.
So
Yeah.
they'll be like, oh, tonight like Hank that works at Barstool is gonna play blackjack. Everybody watch. And he'll gamble with his own money. So I mean, I think it must be like more of the licensing thing, like when they bust
the-
up these like gas
involving-
stations and stuff that are gambling.
But also, people under the age of 21 could be gambling on your Twitch stream, technically, if they're
Yeah.
giving you money for it, you know? So, like, I think that's where it also gets kind of
That little dicey.
murky. Yeah. But, oh, okay. Brent, Evan, or DL.
Sure.
What you
I'll
got?
go. I got this one from GameSpot. It's from Steve Watts. It's Disney reportedly wants 2 Star Wars games per year.
Okay.
And it says the publisher is said to be pushing for 1 big AAA game and 1 smaller game every fiscal year moving forward. Disney is betting big on Star Wars video games. The publisher is reportedly planning to put out 2 new Star Wars games every year, consisting of 1 big AAA game and 1 smaller game every fiscal year. That includes several games that have already been announced as part of its upcoming slate. Insider Gaming reports that Lucasfilms is on board with the plan as well, as reflected in several of its upcoming projects. Those include Jedi Survivor from Respawn, Star Wars Eclipse from Quantic Dream, the competitive shooter Star Wars Hunters, and untitled games from Skydance Media, Respawn, and Ubisoft. The game from Skydance was long rumored as Amy Hennig's next project.
Yeah.
And then it says, and then this is the end of it right here. It says, Insider also reports that several more games are also in pre-development. It's not clear which of these are smaller projects or if any of the currently announced slates fit that designation. This all suggests some of the other games are still years away, like Star Wars Eclipse.
Yeah, and I don't think this is that exciting because, 1, it's Disney. 2, Hunters, they're including Hunters in this. And
That's on Switch, right?
No, Hunters is like a fucking mobile game.
Oh,
Well, it said 1 small game,
It said
1
AAA,
AAA.
1 big. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
the little ones probably won't be like, they'll probably be like
fucking
Candy
mobile.
Crush with
Yeah.
like the younglings.
Yeah.
If we
You
could
crush
get,
the younglings.
Candy Crush the younglings.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
no. If we could get 1 AAA Star Wars game a year, I would be happy.
Well, if they're good, I mean, it's got to
Yeah.
be like, what was the last one? Star Wars Jedi
Fallen Order.
Fallen
That- like, see,
Order's
that one
great,
was
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Fruit Ninja. but
I've
with
liked
you.
most of the recent Star Wars games, honestly. Like,
Gotta slice them down.
I can't think of a AAA Star Wars game that's come out like in the past,
Couple years.
yeah, I mean, past like decade, really, like that I haven't liked. I liked Battlefront. I liked Fallen Order. I liked what's the the spaceship game that just came out? Fucking Squadrons. Yeah, that was pretty fun. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't have a problem with most of the Star Wars games that come out. Like,
Well, if they're gonna keep using different developers, like, and give them like what works for them, kind of like how like Sony gave Insomniac Spider-Man. Like,
Yeah.
they did a really good job with that. Like, as long as they're picking good developers for certain projects, it could be really cool, or it could be a dud. But
It could be good. I think I just have no faith in Disney with Star Wars. Like, I don't know why. Like, I just don't trust them. Like, I think Fallen Order was good, but I don't think anything else they've done, before or after has been, like, noteworthy. Besides, I mean, like, I think literally the Obi-Wan series was the closest thing to them showing some kind of love to Star Wars. Like, the rest of it is just like, they're like, if we make it, they'll pay us. Like, and I just want good shit, like,
that makes sense.
so like, I don't know if they were to like go back and like just pull back all the fucking stuff that they got rid of and go through it and see what would make good TV shows, what would make good games and stuff like that, like all the lore that they got rid of. Like, there's so much shit they're sitting on top of that they threw away for no reason. That's why I don't trust them. It's like why are you starting over with something that already has a complex universe?
Because they couldn't own all of it, probably.
No, they could. They bought all of it. They bought it and threw it away. That's what they chose to do with it, was be like, we'll start from the very beginning. And it's like, no, dude, we have fucking like years.
It was a long time ago in a galaxy far away.
Yeah,
We've already done this.
We've got so much shit. Like, we don't need you to re-fucking do everything. Like, I don't know. And like Cal Kestis is the best thing that's come out of the new stuff, in my opinion. Like, that's it. It's just Cal Kestis. Everything else, and the only reason Obi-Wan's good is because it's Obi-Wan. It's shit we already know. Like, go back to the stuff we know and just make it good. Make good games. Make good movies.
And they could always reintroduce stuff as canon again
Yes.
if they wanted to.
Exactly.
I do agree that like the quality has taken a little bit of a nosedive since Disney took over, but at the same time,
It's like Andor. What's that show that just came out? Andor?
Andor.
Has anybody even fucking watched that? Has anybody
I've
heard
heard
of
it's
that?
excellent. I've heard it's like the best thing that's come out in the Star Wars universe
that's what
since
the
Rogue
reviews are
One.
saying, I
Yeah.
think.
That's what the reviews
The
are saying.
reviews always say that
But
shit
I-
about
Like,
Star Wars.
This is the
Not
best
really.
thing ever.
They literally said that about every Star Wars show that's come out so far.
They dogged the fucking Han Solo movie when it came out.
That was
Fucking-
actually not bad. I enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
but so the
So I watched the first episode of Andor, and I kind of fell asleep at the end.
That's real.
but it's like they don't care about making it interesting. That's the thing. They're like showing you the rebels. Like, that's the whole thing. It's like, okay, we fucking get it. We get it. There's people without lightsabers, but who cares about them? This is about people with lightsabers.
Well, we've seen what they've done with fucking lightsabers in the new shit.
Oh god, like it's like a bunch of kids like smacking at each other
Bring
with like
back
fucking
good
sticks.
saber fights.
Yes. Like, how hard is that? Like, hire a stunt coordinator. They're like, nope, absolutely not.
We're gonna drop $3 billion on this little cinematic CGI.
Yeah.
But we can't spend for that. No.
Yeah. There will be no stunts in this show. Absolutely zero.
Choreography.
Hurt yourself.
But anyways, I'm going on about Star Wars. It's just because like I love Star Wars and I'm very upset about it. But
Jamel, it is your turn, sir.
it's Brent actually.
Oh no, my bad.
Okay, let's see what we're rocking with here.
Also, I watched that Light and Magic show, like where, like on Disney Plus, where they like show the making of like Star Wars and like all this stuff like back in the day with George Lucas, and it just made me even more sad. Like, I was just like, holy shit, they loved this whole fucking franchise. But anyways, go ahead.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I got a list here of games that are gonna get DLSS 3 support when the 40 series launches.
So in 3 years, when somebody that we know gets a 40 series car,
I feel like most of these probably don't really need it, though. I feel like most of these could probably function pretty well without DLSS on one of these new cards. But anyways, you got the new Plague Tale game, Atomic Heart, Black Myth, Wukong, Bright Memory, Infinite, Chernobylite, Conqueror's Blade, Cyberpunk. Really, there's a bunch, actually. I won't go through all of them, but there's a lot of random shit on here that, seems like it's going to support DLSS 3. So, when it comes out, it should be pretty heavily supported by, like, old and new games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was completely distracted by Jamel getting up with the dog. But yeah, dude, these 40 series cards, they're gonna be so freaking insanely strong. Like, yeah, the use of DLSS. Like, I hardly use DLSS on a lot of the games that I play, just because like sometimes it gives me funky frames.
Really?
Like, yeah, I've never had a lot of good luck with DLSS.
I've had some good luck with it. Like,
yeah, I've never had a
remember-
problem with it. It's like essential to my
Well,
fucking.
I remember playing like I played Horizon Zero Dawn on my PC, and I was like, man, I feel like this could be like a little better.
Yeah.
And I was like scrolling through, playing with it, and I was like, oh, okay. And I clicked that, and it just like immediately changed everything. It looked so much better.
Yeah.
And, like, my frame rates were better. I was like, I should be getting more frames on this, and like it.
It makes a big difference to me, yeah. Especially like the higher resolution I'm playing in, the more of a difference it seems to make. You know what I mean?
So, check it out, guys. Microsoft has released its September update for the Xbox Series and Xbox One consoles, completely revamping the game library, adding customizable color options to the Elite Series 2 controller, and more.
Whoa.
Yep, get ready, because the details were revealed on the Xbox Wire, with the updated game library being arguably the biggest change. The My Games and Apps section has been redesigned to give more streamlined access to anything the player is able to play, whether it be in their own library, through Xbox Game Pass, Games with Gold, EA Access, and so on. Those playing with an Xbox Elite Controller Series 2 can enjoy the extra bonus in the update too, as Microsoft has added the ability to change the color of the Xbox logo light on the gamepad.
That's it.
Yeah, that's kind of cool though. The options are pretty
That's
diverse
pretty cool,
too.
though, I guess.
Yeah, like as the player can not only choose the base color but also the hue and saturation as well.
Whoa.
But yeah,
Sorry for our laughing,
Chef's
but
kiss.
GameSpeak Dog Jr. is
Literally-
being a heathen right now.
he literally opened the door. He's like,
Exploded
y'all.
through the door.
he's like, y'all gonna lock me up?
You're doing a podcast? Not no more.
Damn, that was
What about my
crazy.
news, Dad?
He like straight bust through that door.
I
That
got
was
some
insane.
news for you.
SWAT team.
Just, but anyways, Devin, what you got?
So I got another article on Twitch, actually. So Twitch removes its best paying revenue split for streamers.
Yeah,
So,
good.
Yeah.
We're just now becoming affiliates, so
Yeah.
it's always good to hear.
Yeah. And they're not happy about it. Oh, the streamers are not happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Like,
no,
and
we're
Twitch is not happy about it.
Like,
We
so
hate that we're doing this to you.
we can't help but take your money. No, but anyways,
So, yeah, Twitch is removing its best paying 70-30 revenue split for most of its streamers as it commits to standardizing its 50-50 split instead. 'Cause-
That's,
Oh, okay. That's better for the little guys.
nah, that's some bullshit.
Isn't it?
50
No, 'cause you'd still get
50.
the 70, right? Or is
No,
it
but
30
like
for the
70,
streamers?
70-30 is
You
only.
would get 70 and they'd keep 30.
They're saying that's for the top streamers, though.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
like make it to where everybody gets 50-50 instead of just the big guys get. Like,
or
a
they could
big
just make
cut.
everybody
If they
get
get
70-30
and not be a
like,
bunch of
or do 60-40 even. 50-50 is just bullshit. Like
Yeah, no,
imagine
that
if
is
you
bullshit.
like worked a job. Imagine you're like working at like fucking, okay, so you're a personal trainer. Like this is from my personal experience and you do all the work, but the gym's like, we want half of what you make, like because you're training out of our gym. That's some bullshit.
All right, on the flip side of
top
that,
of the
on the
freaking
flip side of that,
Yeah.
though, imagine you work at like Papa John's, right? And you're selling pizzas, and Papa John's is like, hey, every pizza you make and sell, we'll give you 50% of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, there's a lot of
And then all
analogies
the
that are
Papa
not going to
John's were
fit it,
gone.
but also fit it.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, if you go on, like, an hourly rate from, like, just a standard Papa John's job or something like
Yeah.
that, then 50-50 split would be great. Or, like, even me with my, HVAC installations and stuff, if I were to get 50-50 of these jobs, that'd be fucking great because it'd be, like, $3,000 on some of
yeah,
these
but
jobs.
that's on top of
it's
your
the
pay.
question. The question
Yeah,
is the platform they're providing you worth 50% of what you're making? You know what I mean? Is it worth giving them 50% over some other platform?
Well,
Like,
it
you know
depends
what I
on
mean?
Like YouTube does. Or
Yeah.
like all these
Well,
other
exactly.
different platforms.
We'll see how people respond or how other streams,
See what the big guys
places
do.
Yeah.
Hansel says little streamers should get 100% till they hit a X amount of viewers.
Well, no, because Twitch is still offering a service that, somebody can't just go and make a streaming service. So, I mean,
That's
you
true.
know, it's still a
Yeah,
service
but
that
it's
they
They're
still-
still a
need-
company.
They need to get
yeah.
it cut on. Yeah, the 100%, like, because there's a fuck ton of little streamers out there. Like,
Yeah, if everybody got everything.
yeah, I mean, that's
Not
probably-
every-
There's
everything.
more. Well, there's more small streamers than there are big streamers.
Exactly, but 70, like making 30%, you definitely make enough. I'm just saying. Like 50% is a little over the top, in my opinion. If watch YouTube come through and offer something better, and everybody's gonna
YouTube's
dip.
gonna be like, if you
Yeah.
join now and
Well,
swear
I
your
mean-
That's
allegiance
kind of
to
like the
us.
Epic versus Steam thing. It's like you could still come with like an overtly better option with like Epic, you know what I
With all the
mean? But
free
it's like you
games.
still have people going to Steam because of the fucking name recognition and stuff,
Yeah.
and just like the
Yeah.
fact that everybody's on Steam, you know what I mean? Like,
I can't
All
run
your
Epic on my
friends.
Steam Deck.
Yeah,
there you go. You know, like,
But yeah, I mean, things haven't really been going good for Twitch as of late. Like, they've seen a lot of traffic leave to other platforms and stuff.
It's 'cause
they've
they-
had a bunch of controversy too about their weird streams and shit. Like people making a bunch of money off of like lewd streams.
true, but also YouTube gaming has kind of been on the downslide too
Really?
lately. So it's like the competition's.
What
you know,
Facebook
like,
is
yeah, what-
Facebook gonna come up? Like
It's all TikTok.
Maybe.
now.
Facebook's actually gained quite a bit of ground as far as like traffic, like viewer traffic and stuff. Like some of the bigger streamers will have like Stone Mountain is one of the guys that I follow, and he'll have like 6,000 6,000 people like in a stream at like 2 p.m. in the like middle of the day.
Damn.
I feel like Spotify should add streaming, like just like you should
Music
be able
streaming, game streaming.
yeah, like just across the board. Like I think
be
that would be
interesting.
smart.
'Cause
They already have video.
I was
Like
about to say, like if you watch like Joe Rogan or something,
Mhm.
like you get the video,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
but it's not live though.
mm-mm,
So
Mhm.
that'd be the next thing, and then you have all like people's phone service and stuff.
for
Yeah.
sure, that would be tight.
But the
Uh,
struggle.
anyways, who's next? DL.
Is it me?
DL.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. My next one is from Game Informer.
Dude,
From
Game
Wesley
Informer.
LeBlanc.
miss getting those magazines,
I googled
man.
it and it popped up. So, Silent Hill: The Short Message rated in South Korea.
Yeah, I have this on mine too. Interesting stuff here.
Silent Hill: The Short Message or Massage
The short massage.
has been rated by South Korea's game rating committee, and it's possible that this is a new unannounced Silent Hill game. This comes. Let's maybe get closer. I can't see. This news comes by the way of Video Games Chronicle, which reported that the rating committee rated Silent Hill: The Short Message today. However, the rating did not include any platform, so it's unclear where this game might land if
Mobile.
it actually ends
Yeah.
up being a real title.
It's a slot machine.
It's definitely
On
like
an illegal Twitch stream.
Right.
it's like some kind of pachinko machine or something. I guarantee you.
It says, in fact, the rating features little else other than listing Uniana as its publisher. As VGC notes, this company regularly publishes Konami games in South Korea. The
Huh.
publication also
Well,
notes
there's a
that
little bit of
Silent
hope.
Hill: The Short Message.
Goodness.
I got some news, Dad.
Yeah, literally, but it's all right.
It says the publication also notes that Silent Hill: The Short Message might be related to one of the various Silent Hill projects reportedly in the works at multiple different studios. VGC reported in February that Konami is planning a revival of the Silent Hill series amidst other reports, stating that a Silent Hill 2 remake is in development. While waiting to hopefully learn more about Silent Hill: The Short Message, read about Silent Hill creator, and it's like a bunch of links. But
Gotcha.
we shall see.
I'm hoping for the best here, you know? Like,
Nah, we'll get the real one whenever fucking Kojima makes his fake Silent Hill game
On Xbox.
on Xbox Game Pass.
Ruining the industry.
I feel like you're not going to get a real Kojima Silent Hill ever. Like,
No,
I
it
think
won't.
that's
It won't
never
be
gonna
called
happen.
Silent Hill. That's what I'm saying. It'll be a Silent Hill
Oh,
game,
okay.
but it won't be called Silent Hill. It'll
I
just
was
be
about to say, I was
Kojima's.
just like, if there's any hope that you have of Kojima making the next Silent
No.
Hill game, I would definitely.
And I don't want the Silent Hill game. I just want Kojima to make a scary game in the same vein as PT.
I do want the Silent Hill game. You know, I want a fucking Silent Hill game.
I mean, I'm down.
I do.
I
you
want
know?
it, but like it's if it's coming from
I don't want the
fucking-
Bloober Team one.
Yeah, and I don't want Silent Hill
Well,
the
you know,
massage.
I'm willing to give them another
Yeah.
chance. You know, if Layers of Fears ends up being good, then, you know, I'll let them slide on that last shitty game they made, you know? Because honestly, that's the only game I haven't really liked by them, you know what I mean? But it was so bad.
Yeah, it was really bad. But Brent, what you got?
Let's see. It might be it. Let's see. See what we're working with. Yeah, that's all my news.
Okay.
That's it.
So the new trailer for the Last of Us HBO series came out. Did y'all watch
Oh,
that
yeah.
today?
I saw
meant
that.
to before the show, but I did not get around to it.
Looks
I took
alright.
it- I
It
took
looks like
It
the
looks
game.
really good, yeah.
Does it?
Yeah, it looks like the
The
game.
screenshots that I saw look good.
They showed like the clicker or one of the. It's
Mhm.
just like.
That little girl actor still looks weird.
Yeah, she looks
I
really
can't.
fucking weird. Like,
No offense to her or anything. Like it just.
I'm sorry,
I
she's
don't-
just not Ellie though.
Well, it's hard to bring like a made-up person in real life.
Yeah, especially when everybody's got this like notion of what they need to look like. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I mean? Like,
think they could have landed a little closer to the mark than they.
maybe
did.
she's a really good actress,
She
though.
is.
You know
No,
what
she
I
did
mean?
really-
Like,
she was in Game of Thrones and she did a really good job. In
Isn't she British?
Yes,
Everyone is.
I think.
Everyone in Hollywood's British. It's so weird.
All the good ones.
They're
are.
taking over.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really good. The trailer just looks interesting. You know what I mean? And you see a lot of iconic moments from the game in the trailer too, which is
Yeah.
interesting. You know what I mean? Like
Little
the
bit
when the city, the towers like toppled into each other when they're walking through the city. You know what I mean? That's like a direct moment from the first
Yeah.
game. You know what I mean? Like, which is interesting. I feel like they're going to stick pretty close to the.
Like the main
You know,
story
yeah.
of it. Yeah.
I
Well,
hope
they're
so.
gonna have to give those little nods, like
I hope it's good enough to push all the way through to like Last of Us Part 2. Like I want the whole story like in
I'm
movie
sure it
form.
will.
You know what I
I
mean?
feel like this will translate really well though.
One, and I've got faith in HBO too.
Yeah, totally.
They're pretty good about pumping out some good quality shows.
Yeah, they really are.
I honestly think it'll be better as a game or like as a show than it will be as a game. Not that the game's bad, but like there's a lot of times where I was playing the game where I was like, I'd rather just like watch this. Like, why do I have to like I'd die and have to redo a part, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this takes away from the story. Like, just show me like what I'm supposed to see here. And like I feel like in a show, like you're gonna get the story. Like you don't have to have all those weird parts where you're just like fucking like hiding behind a box, like, you know, trying to sneak around like a couple of rando dudes, you know, like that part really fucking annoyed me at some parts with the clickers and stuff. Like, I don't know.
You mean like the actual gameplay of the game?
I didn't like it. I did not like the first game's gameplay. I even talked about it whenever I first played it. Like, it just felt kind of like weird. Like, it's like so linear in a way. That's why I heard the second one was really cool, because it was linear, but like the world felt more alive. Like in the first one, it was. Hold on, I'll get the Game Speak dog, but you can see him on. But anyways,
the second one definitely does have a better like map design, but you know, if you didn't like the first one, you're probably not gonna like the second one. They're very similar gameplay wise. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay.
We're back.
Are we though? Did we?
It looks.
Yeah, we're still registering.
Okay, cool.
We're good.
Yeah.
Cut out for like a sec. The audio did, but it's
So, I've got one from IGN here. Ryan Dinsdale. So, Star Citizen crowdfunds $500 million and $100 million in less than a year.
You think these people would have learned?
Who keeps giving this fucking game money?
Somebody stop giving them money.
Look, I don't know who you are. The one person out there, the one rich bastard that keeps giving money to this
flying
game.
around on his goddamn starship, fucking.
How do they keep getting more money? Like, this game is
Because they're
in such a
selling like
bad
stupidly expensive fucking ships in game that are like fucking like thousands of real world dollars to buy. Like,
yeah.
So I recently looked into
Someone can kill it, right? Can't somebody like destroy your ship?
There's insurance and shit. In
yeah,
the game.
you can. It's like
yeah.
Grand Theft
Dude,
Auto, you know.
if you buy the insurance.
So like
It's so fucking dumb.
I recently looked into like Star Citizen to see if it was in any kind of like playable state, just to see if I could try it out. 'Cause
Yeah.
I got
Thank you for the
know,
follower. For the
Hey.
follow. Why were you born? I feel that. I feel that
Yes.
name.
I ask that question all the time.
Yeah.
But no, I looked into like to see. I looked up some videos on like where Star Citizen is at right now, and it's still in a pretty unplayable state. Like
Really?
yeah, the one video that I found was like, I spent 2 weeks in Star Citizen, so you don't have to, and it was like I looked this up probably like a month or two ago, and it was a very recent like couple weeks, and it's just like there's just so much.
Well, they were
that
gonna
isn't-
release the story campaign to it at some point, and then they never did. Like it was what it was called, fucking Squadron 21 or some shit. I can't even remember, but
Yeah.
it was like a whole thing that just never happened. I don't know. I feel like
This
that's
should
one of
be-
the longest running scams in fucking human history.
Yeah,
you know
and
what I mean?
most fucking like they've got a shit ton of money, like
Yeah, man. They
like,
got a fucking shit
half-
ton of money,
$500
dude.
million.
Hey
They
guys,
don't need any more money to make this game. Like,
you guys want to make a ship game? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, way ahead.
We never have to put it out. We just have to keep telling people that it's coming.
I just don't know who keeps giving money to this game.
People like our friend
a
Parker. I feel like he would totally do that. Like
Oh god,
he loves games like that.
it's okay. He's not going to see this.
Oh, I hope he does. I hope Hans hears this. Hans, let Parker know what we just said.
We're talking shit.
what's sad is like you got games that are finally like when this game first was announced and stuff, it was like just unbelievable looking, and it's like now it's like been so long, you're actually starting to see games that are coming out that look kind of similar to Star Citizen, and it's like, well, all this fucking money that these people have pumped into it, it's like now you got like real AAA games coming out soon that are like basically just gonna be Star Citizen,
Yeah.
like the fucking Bethesda game coming out soon, and like fucking.
What,
That would be
like,
funny if like a AAA like a Star Citizen type game came out, just like and just fucking destroyed Star Citizen. But the thing is, the difference is the Star Citizen's doing the thing where you can buy your ships in game and shit like that, and like.
And you can't buy your ships on the fucking Bethesda game that's coming out?
Not with real money.
Not with real money.
You just earn
like
it
people want to
like
waste their
NFTs
real.
or like
That's what I'm assuming is it's very NFT like, where it's like
this ship.
Second
costs
Life.
this.
It's like
but
an
space.
NFT, but you don't actually get anything out of it. There's
Yeah.
no value at all. You're just
Well,
wasting
The
your
value's
money.
the friends you make.
well,
along
it's
the way.
like
Well,
RuneScape.
resale.
RuneScape, yeah, people in RuneScape would sell their shit for real money. Like it's the same thing with this. Like you if you make the ship $1,000, then only like 2 or 3 people in game are gonna own this ship. So like if they wanted to, sell
Sort
it
of.
later.
RuneScape did that, but not. It wasn't allowed. People sold accounts and shit. But this is more like there will be an economy in the game that
Yeah.
if somebody sells a ship to another person, that will be an actual transaction
Yeah.
you
versus
can sell your
in-game
ship
currency.
to someone else and get some of your money back.
But to
Wow.
know you've got the only $1,000 ship and there's like, several 100,000 players or whatever, and it's like you're just rolling up. People are like, holy shit. It's like a
This
fucking
guy's for
It's a
real.
pretty high-
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fun concept until the people that are like fucking making this game just decide, okay,
Stop
I've made enough
supporting it.
money, like time to fuck off.
Shut
you
the
know,
servers
like
Right.
yeah.
But with $500 million, they ought to support it forever.
Laugh all
Yeah,
the
they
way
ought
back.
to, but they also ought to have a finished product at this point, and they
And it's
don't.
not,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like,
You're
I'm just saying, you know.
Just give us more
gonna
money.
deter the 3 guys sending
They're
money to
listening.
Just give us more
Jamel,
money.
you go ahead and knock one off, and then DL, because we got all mixed up dealing
Okay.
with the heathen.
So, former PlayStation executive Sean Layden has joined giant Chinese video game publisher Tencent Games as a strategic advisor.
Oh no.
As reported by
I'm out.
GI.biz, the former chairman of Sony Interactive Entertainment Worldwide Studios, now PlayStation Studios, announced on LinkedIn that he joined Tencent last month to help the company navigate the gaming space. Quote, in this new role, I hope to advise, assist, and support the team at Tencent as they deepen their activities and commitments within the industry, to which I've devoted the majority of my career, Layden said in the post. Quote, we are at an epoch-defining moment in gaming and interactive entertainment. There are many possible roads ahead, but only a few are profound, broadening, inclusive, edifying, inspiring, and or sustainable. I am thrilled to continue this journey of discovery and thank Tencent for the opportunity.
They just typed in the thesaurus, like,
Yeah.
good adjectives.
Yeah, first off, inclusive. What? Like, it's
All the hotkeys.
yeah, like I'm sorry,
Buzzwords
but like
everywhere.
buzzwords.
Just buzzwords everywhere.
last I checked, like the CCP owned Tencent fucking corporation was not very inclusive.
No, they literally change movies to cut out anything gay
Or
like,
black, like
Oh, that far too?
yeah,
That
they
was
they
shot.
will literally take black people off the posters like of their movies, like.
Oh,
They
in
don't like
Star Wars.
Muslims either, apparently.
Yeah, they love the Uyghurs. You know what I'm saying? So, like, my thing is like, I'm not hating on China, like, but I am hating on the Chinese government, and
Yeah.
Tencent is a huge part. Like, I have read a whole lot about Tencent. Okay, and apparently Tencent, there's a bunch of like influence from the CCP. It's not just like some random corporation like just coming up. Like they are literally buying out everything.
Yeah, they're getting a huge stake in so many different.
Yeah,
like,
anything they can't buy, they'll buy like
A bunch of shares to
a
get on the
huge
board.
share. Yeah.
They'll get like 15% or something.
And now Sean Layden just sold out like a motherfucking bitch.
Got that
And
bag.
like he's like over there talking about like, oh yeah, the Chinese inclusivity, dude. It's gonna be fucking right.
I'm gonna help them.
Horseshit.
I can change them.
Yeah. You can't change him, Layden. Okay, let him go. Let him go. But yeah, they offered him like fucking
he got a
stacks, dude. They literally probably walked in with a fucking bag and threw it on the
they
No
floor.
had
doubt,
a Brinks
man.
truck up to
Yeah.
his house.
They hit him with that Chinese government money. You know
We'll
what
give
I'm
you
saying?
all the
Like-
yens right now.
all the stolen IP. Like,
Yeah, oh my gosh. It's just so weird. So Tencent has become one of the biggest publishers in gaming in recent years, having acquired several studios, including Back 4 Blood developer Turtle Rock Studios and Sackboy, a big adventure sumo group. It also owns League of Legends, Riot Games, 40% of Fortnite's Epic Games, and 16.25% of Elden Ring Studio from Software. The company is also transitioning into hardware development, announcing last month that it is working with gaming tech company Logitech to create a handheld cloud-based console. So y'all get
that
ready.
they can control. That'll be the only option pretty soon for all the Chinese kids. I feel so bad for
No
the
Steam
fucking.
Decks for you.
Yeah,
Dude, for real though, like
what game was it? It was like a Call of Duty game or something where they showed a trailer and it had the fucking Tiananmen Square and like they took it
Oh,
out. You remember that?
No.
It was like I think
Probably
it was
Black
called.
Ops.
it was probably a Black Ops. Yeah, I think I actually remember the clip that you're talking about from Black Ops where they have the fucking the
old-
famous Tiananmen Square scene where the
Old
tank's
CCP
about to
doesn't
run
like
over the guy.
any mention
They
of
they
that.
had to take it out. Yeah, they literally like censored it out of the fucking trailer. They took it down and
I don't
Wow.
know how true it is, but I heard a rumor back probably like a year or so ago that like if you're ever in a game that you can type in and you're getting like you have like Chinese hackers used to be really bad in PUBG specifically, and it's like if you're ever in a game that you can type in, just type in Tiananmen Square 1984 or whatever year it happened, like type that in, and if it comes up on their chat log, they will immediately DC.
Nice.
Because the CCP like monitors
Watches that
every
shit.
And
single
if
thing.
not, you're just an asshole.
but
They're just like 9/11. Fuck you. No.
No, CCP like denies that ever happening. Like,
Yeah.
No,
they try
it's
to
fucked.
keep
It
that
really,
hush-hush,
it's
like,
ridiculous.
'cause
Yeah.
they killed a bunch of their citizens like that were protesting. It was,
Yeah.
we've done it too, but at least we admit it,
At least we own up to
Yeah,
it.
that's my thing is like everybody's like, yeah, well, America's done worse. I'm like, yeah, but we fucking own up to that shit. It's not like we try to hide it and censor it every time you talk about it. Like
And
if that
we
was the
do,
case,
we'll
Twitter wouldn't
disclose it
exist.
50 years later, like.
It's like the moment your government's like, oh no, that never happened.
What
Like,
is the
yeah,
Tiananmen? What?
yeah, like that's where it gets fucking weird. But anyways,
All right, I got one more. It's from PC Gamer, and it's Epic Games Store adds a key feature, and it says the Epic Games Store turns 4 years old in December and has had its fair share of teething problems. Functionality has been particularly slow in arriving, with the store lacking things essential as an add to cart featured until last December. Epic's been slowly grinding away nevertheless, and is now finally adding another much-needed feature as our list of games grows ever longer, the library collection. So they're adding like libraries so you can do files and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
So-
very necessary.
And it says you can finally create up to 11 folders to store your games in, as well as the option to now add games to a favorites list. The process is simple. Either hover over a game and hit the heart icon in the top right corner. It basically tells you like how to do it. But like,
Cool.
they're finally going to let you start like sorting your games instead of just being like, oh, what games do I have again?
Right?
Like,
Scroll
just
through
put-
like
let me put them in
alphabetical.
alphabetical order. Okay. Oh, I didn't even know I had that game.
Right.
nice.
Yeah, they give
Moving
you so
up.
many free games too that it's like
yeah.
you forget which ones you have because it's like they just constantly are giving you random games. Like
Well, you get to the end of the year and you're like, oh, I got like $2,000 in free games. Like,
for real, especially if you catch that end of the year flurry
yeah,
they
like
do
around
by
Christmas and
Christmas.
stuff?
Yeah. Oh
Seven,
my god.
like a
They
game
give,
every day.
Yeah, every
or
day.
they'll,
Like
they'll give away like the entire BioShock remastered trilogy.
yeah, and it's
or, like,
usually like good games. Yeah,
even, like the Tomb Raider stuff.
yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
who's up?
I'm out of news.
I'm also out of
That's
news.
all I got.
All right, I'll just start knocking this shit out. So, it says the dude on the far left audio went out. So if you're watching on the far left, that would be DL.
Yeah, I can hear me.
It's registering on.
Follow if you can't hear me.
Is it? Is it like far left? If is it
No.
me?
It's coming through on Twitch.
Say something, DL. Say something.
Hello.
Huh?
I heard him when you turned it on.
Yeah, I just heard me. Yeah, listen to my dumb
I
ass.
don't know.
Yeah. He said far right.
Well, we can hear everybody though.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't care what your political views are.
I don't know. So while you were born, we were just checking the stream. We can hear all of us. I don't know. It might be on your end there. I don't know why only you.
This is your fault.
No. You know what it is? It might be coming through the
Mono.
the stereo, and he might have a speaker that's like messed up. Because so the guy on the far left, he's coming through on a stereo mic. Just so you understand or know. So there's like, it'll use your left or right side of your stereo. So you're probably only hearing Devin. You might have to pop in some headphones. I'm sorry. We're getting that fixed though. But Anyways, EA Motive, the studio behind the upcoming Dead Space remake, has announced that it is developing an Iron Man game. In a new tweet from Motive's Twitter account, the Montreal-based EA studio revealed that it is collaborating with Marvel Games on, quote, an all-new single-player action-adventure Iron Man game. The project is said to still be in early development. So, interesting. We might get a...
This isn't the first I've heard about this. I feel like they talked about this a while back.
No, they just announced it.
It was like a rumor of it, though.
Yeah, definitely people were talking about it. But this is like official now.
Cool.
So, and these are the guys who did... they currently worked on the Dead Space remake, but in the past worked with the Star Wars license on Star Wars Squadrons, and was a studio or a support studio for DICE's Star Wars Battlefront 2. So
it's funny because I played through that Avengers game that came out basically like exclusively as Iron Man, so I feel like that was almost an Iron Man game, even though it totally wasn't. You know what I mean? I just played so much as Iron Man that it was like,
yeah, but I feel like
been.
This one's gonna be like your Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Oh yeah,
game.
It's gonna be sick. I'm sure.
Like his skill set fits video games really well.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
The VR one they made was pretty sweet. They you're like flying around, blasting stuff out of the sky.
Yeah, I want that to come to PC so I can play that.
It's pretty good.
Also, the hacker, the Rockstar hacker, I was wrong. It looks like they already caught this motherfucker.
They busted him, dude.
The alleged hacker that leaked around 90 videos of Grand Theft Auto 6 and also targeted Uber is being investigated by the FBI.
Damn.
As reported by Eurogamer, the hacker who claimed responsibility also said they were behind the major cyber attack suffered by Uber on September 18th. The taxi company has since released a blog post that announced it is actively working with the FBI and the U.S. Department of Justice to resolve the matter. Acknowledging that Rockstar had also suffered a breach, Uber said it believes the hacker is associated with Lapsus money sign or dollar sign, the group behind recent attacks on NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Samsung. Quote, we believe that this attacker or attackers are affiliated with a hacking group called Lapsus, which has been increasingly
that's fucking badass. Like, I'm not trying to like encourage what they're doing or anything, but that's some straight up fucking movie shit. Like a group of hackers just going around fucking stealing from fucking big corporations. Like,
yeah, you know, like they like sit down at the table and it's like, and he like puts on his fucking.
It's like Mr. Robot, dude. Like I feel like they meet up in some abandoned arcade and just.
I feel like they could have done something
dude.
cooler. like the Grand Theft Auto 6 is like a cool thing and like everybody's excited about it. Like
cool as shit.
Nobody's going like, damn, like you could shoot guns and drive cars, man. That's fucking wild.
But I feel like GTA 6 was the one to
make
go
money,
for it.
dog.
No, yeah, for sure.
Well, that's what it was. It was a ransom. Yeah.
And the thing is, I feel like they didn't even show us the cool shit. They just wanted to show Rockstar that they had the shit. Stuff. You know what I mean? Like.
But also, that's the dumbest idea. Like, you don't go after Rockstar. I mean,
they will find
they got that Rockstar money,
dude. A very
dude.
particular set of skills. Yeah.
They got that Rockstar money. But also, like, Uber's got that Uber money. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. They should have went for some smaller stuff for sure.
They're going to jail for a long time.
Yeah.
They're kind of screwed.
Some federal crimes right there. But, so on October 6th, I think it is. Hold on, let me see. October 6th, yeah, we're gonna get to see the Mario movie's first trailer.
Oh shit!
Yeah, pretty excited about that. We're finally gonna get to hear Chris Pratt.
What if we don't get to hear him?
It's me, Mario.
It's your boy.
He just comes out. He's just like, "It's me, Mario." Like he doesn't even fucking try. Like he just fucking phones it in the whole time. Like I really hope he's just like over the top bullshitting as Mario.
I legitimately I hope it comes on and he's just like, "It's me, the bada boo." Like I hope he's just like super extra with it.
Amazing. I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
So what else do I got here? Don't care about that. Oh, well, actually, apparently Homeland Security is going to spend $700,000 to investigate radicalization through video games. Sir,
what?
Ma'ams, it's not $700,000 is not that much money when it's coming from the government. So that's how I know they don't really care to look into this one. But two, also like, what?
So I was playing with these guys on Xbox the other day, and now
They
I
made
think
a
I'm
lot. They
gonna
were
go
starting to make
join
a lot of
cult.
sense.
Yeah, dude.
These guys were coming at me in Fortnite. And I was like, you know what? You guys are right.
They want
to get
to.
some money through my C coins.
Let me go ahead and give you the answer. It's called Discord. That's where the radicalization starts.
Radicalization of the youth.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of people with like-minded ideas. They all get together, and then it becomes an echo chamber. That's it. That's all it is, and it can happen
Facebook
anywhere.
algorithms.
Yeah, literally. It's not that hard. They're like, we just don't get it.
Just look into the flat Earth groups.
Yeah.
Just let it go from there.
Look at B.O.B. the rapper. No, I'm just kidding. But so he's a flat earther.
Oh wow.
Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think he'd? Well, okay.
He even made that song about airplanes. Like, bro, you've
was
been
like-
in the sky. You can
And
tell
he was
it's
looking out
curved.
and he was like, I don't see shit. It don't curve.
It's flat.
But anyway, so there's a new Cloverfield movie in development. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
What else we got? Anything good? Dark Souls 3 PC servers are down again.
Oh no.
Microsoft CEO is confident Activision Blizzard merger is going to go through, and because
Nobody's found anything yet.
Yeah, it's
I'm
all
pretty
bullshit.
confident too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Blizzard announced
So is
Diablo
EA.
4 closed. Diablo 4 closed beta is coming.
Oh, dude,
For
if you guys are a
2022.
Diablo fan, but I don't own any of the Diablo games, so I bought this last night. I feel like I got a good deal, but I don't know, maybe I'd not. I got the new Diablo 2 remastered game, but it was like a bundle, and it was on sale for $30, and it comes with Diablo 2 remastered, and it comes with Diablo 3 with all of its DLC. So it was like a double pack for $30. I don't know. I felt like it was a good deal.
That's dope.
Nice. Okay, that's it for the gaming news. We're going to hop on over to this week's hot releases, and there's nothing. Literally nothing besides Bone Lab or whatever.
Ooh, but Bone Lab isn't nothing. That's exciting.
Hey, look here. You're not
Have
in
you
the
guys
world of
seen the
VR, we
fucking
understand.
trailer for Bone
I think
Lab, dude?
90%.
I saw a very brief one.
Bro, there's
that-
like one that's like just
like a
like
quest-
6 minutes of fucking pure action. Like it looks
Okay,
so
I'll have to look
dope.
it up.
Like he's like sliding down chutes and fucking shooting up.
He's
shit.
climbing up ladders.
Dude,
Shoots and ladders.
it's like the main mechanic looks like there's like a thing on your arm that like changes your body type. You know how like Boneworks was all about like the physics and shit, right?
Uh-huh.
So like they have a little thing on your arm now, so you can turn yourself into like this big hulking dude and like fucking throw big crates around and like rip people's fucking arms off and shit. Or you can turn
Nice.
yourself into this like little nimble girl and like jump off the walls and shit. Or you can turn into like a normal sized person and just spray on everybody, or this really tall guy with long arms and shit. So it's all about like playing with like proportions of like the level and stuff and like scale and stuff. It looks really great, and like it's got
I'll have to watch this trailer.
they have a trailer also that's got like the standalone Quest graphics, like just the base Quest 2, like,
Yeah.
and it looks really good. Apparently they've got it running at 90 frames per second, and like the fucking actual textures and stuff look really good for base Quest. So
Oh, shit.
I'm excited about it, man. Honestly, Boneworks is still to this day like top 3 material for me. So like I'm hyped for Bone Labs, you know.
Interest. Brent, did you get the trivia or no?
I have some trivia, yeah.
Yeah, do it in a question format
All
if
right.
you
I'm
could.
not gonna lie, it's not the best trivia. It was kind of just on the fly earlier.
Yeah,
So.
it was the last second. That's my bad.
It's okay. Get ready for this, okay? Which band made more money from gaming royalties in Guitar Hero than any other band?
Oh, that's a good one.
Which band made more for probably Dragon Force, right? No,
Ooh, that,
because all the streaming.
and there was like
shit.
an extra pack for that on Guitar Hero 3. There was like an extra Dragon Force pack that you could download. That
Yeah,
was
people
also
love the
freaking
Dragon
impossible.
Force.
But obviously that's not it because
I
he
wanna
would have
say-
been like.
I want to say the Aerosmith because they had like a whole game.
Yeah, you're right. It
Was
was
it?
Aerosmith.
Yeah.
I'll have to just straight up
I
give it to you.
forgot they had a whole standalone
Dude, I was like
fucking.
hardcore.
They did a
Guitar
Metallica
Hero.
one too, I
Did
think.
they?
Yeah,
They-
but the Aerosmith game had 29 licensed songs on it from Aerosmith.
Did they have
so-
a Beatles or that was Rock
I was about to
Band?
say.
Yeah,
I was
the-
going to ask that.
Beatles Rock Band was what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Beatles didn't make money off
Aerosmith.
that. Michael Jackson did, man.
They did
Yeah.
an Avenged Sevenfold track pack for Guitar Hero too.
Green
that
Day.
was really great.
Dude, they
yeah.
need to bring Guitar Hero back.
Oh man, that would be so great. I would totally play that. All right. The next question is: Pac-Man was designed to resemble what kind of food?
Pizza.
Yes. How'd you know that?
I was gonna say cheese.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
good
'Cause
cheese.
when you open your mouth, it's like a slice of pizza.
Yeah, well, no, it's like the whole pizza.
Well, I know,
the
but,
guy was like eating, and he took a slice out, and then
That's
there
what I'm
was.
saying. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought you meant like you pick up the pizza and like fold it. I was like,
that's what I do.
how'd you get that? It's like, how'd you get that?
You just pick your pizza up and just pizza taco.
Just like Pac-Man, you know?
Make that pizza
Well,
clap.
I think every time.
Always make my pizza
Jesus.
clap when
I
I get that shit.
I eat my pizza hamburger style. Or hot dog,
Never
whichever.
saw
I ate my
somebody-
hot dog hamburger style.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You just like break the bun in half and like place the dog like
Sideways.
yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Pizza, man.
It's Pac-Man, bro. You don't get it?
You don't see it.
Anyways, remember you've been listening to the GameSpeak podcast courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, but you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to join us and the rest of the GameSpeak podcast community at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast.com. Check out our other video content on YouTube, and if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle @JafferJamel. Brent has one. Devin at Devondrius. DL, do you want to put your stuff out there?
It's your boy, Young Donnie Boy.
Yeah. Find Young Donnie Boy and check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. And, DL, thanks for being on the show,
Thanks
bro.
for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for bringing the fucking deck, dude.
Yeah. Thanks for
Hell
letting
yeah.
us
I try
play
to
with
keep
your
that
deck.
thing on me.
But until next time.